live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people, we live, uncut, and unedited. As I promised that I was going to come back, I did what I had to do. I'm back. I said I was going to be back at least about 11. Come on, about 11. But actually, it's 12 minutes to 11. So actually 17 minutes. I'm sorry. And we here, and we are having an open discussion where we can ask questions. We can talk about anything. It's open discussion tonight. And we live. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people, come on in, 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 come on in. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Come on in, people. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Mm-hmm. Mm. Come on in, people. All right. We're going to have a great discussion tonight, open discussion tonight. And I promise you that it's going to be a great discussion. We're going to have a lot of men on here. We're going to be talking about all types of things, politics, maybe religion, white supremacists, racism, and oh my God, we're going to have a field day tonight. We're going to have some questions, And the only thing I'm asking that we respect one another, we respect each other's opinion. Everybody has an opinion, what they believe or think that's what's right. So we want to respect each other's opinion, no disrespecting each other. I don't want females on here disrespecting nor males. So we want and respect the host. If I ask you to hold on, hold on. I promise everybody, if you get if you want to make a statement, need a rebuttal, I will give you a rebuttal. But we need to hear the other person out. So this is live, uncut, and unedited. We're gonna come in. We got an open discussion night. We're gonna wait till a few more people come on. Live, uncut, unedited. Give some people some shout out. And shame the devil. I love being black. All right, we here, people. Y'all came back with me. All right. Tomorrow. All right. Brother D, what's up, bro? We're gonna have a great discussion tonight. LaDonna, hey, all right, see you. Shanita, what's up? Chris Moore, what's up? Divine Order. All right. All right, y'all. What we got to do, people, we don't want to overtalk each other because it's very annoying when you start talking over each other, everybody trying to listen, hear each other's point and all that. We have an open discussion night. I'm going to put the number up so you guys can call in and we can make a statement, and whatever you want to talk about tonight, it's okay with me. And, just be respectful. That's all. Let me put the phone number up here too. Oh, I'm sorry. That ain't what I wanted. I'm sorry. They're right there. And I'm going to put the, take that down. That, okay. All right. Come on in, people. Come on in. We already got one call in. Let me put the number up. 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389 are the call-in numbers. We got Jacksonville, Florida in the house tonight. G. Smitty, what up? What up? What I feel you. I feel you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. We welcome out of town guests. We welcome that. I tell you, one thing about black folks, we all the same wherever you go. I tell you, you can go to Baltimore, you can go to Memphis, Tennessee, you can go to St. Louis, you can go to California. You got black folks shooting, killing each other, and you got them fighting and all types of things. But also, we got those that are doing well, that's educated, that's running businesses and doing things. So I don't want to just quote all bad things about us. There are some of us that we're very prosperous, but we need to win as a group. Individually, a lot of us are doing very well here in this country. But as a group, I believe, in my opinion, that we're failing. We're failing as a group. We need to move as a group, as a unit. I hear a lot of us talking about our individual success. I am a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a politician, I'm a minister, I'm a plumber, I'm an electrician, I'm a truck driver. And that's wonderful. That is wonderful. But if we're not helping our people, and if we're fighting against each other and we're constantly being divided, we can't win, people. We won't win. We won't win. All right. We're in a fight for our lives, people. We're fighting against discrimination. We're fighting against racism. We're fighting against homelessness. We're fighting against redlining. We're fighting against all these things, and we're still here. And also, we're fighting against our own personal demons in our mind. We're fighting. And I always tell people, anything that you don't fight will automatically take over. You have to fight your personal demons in your mind. You have to fight them. Get them up off of you. I'm talking spiritual now, people, for those of you that don't know. Spiritually speaking. All right, we got a caller. We got one caller so far. We're going to open up the panel, and we're back, and let's get started, people. Share the video. Like the video, people. Like the video. Come on, my brother. Come on. 281, area code. 281.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
What's going on?
Tonight, Mark?
Great, great.
Yeah, well, you said you have an open discussion.
Yes, sir.
The open discussion is for anybody that don't look like me.
Yes, sir. But we open up to all.
Some real trouble.
Go ahead.
We living in some real troublesome times right now. You know, for people who don't look like me. You know, you don't like me for whatever reason because you don't look like me. I don't fit in your society because you don't look like me. And you feel this way about me because you don't look like me. And I'm going to ask the panel, or not the panel, I'm just going to ask people if they can expound on it themselves. Answer some questions like why they have a problem with people like me.
Okay. Panel. We don't have no panel right now, but we are listening. Those that is in the message box, he asks a question. Why is it that they don't like people that look like him? And I'm assuming he's my complexion. He's black, African Zoe.
I grew up with you.
Yes, sir. I know. I'm just, talking. And so he posed a question. Why? And that's a good question. It's a legitimate question. Then I know the last show we had to ask ourselves a question too as well. Why we don't like people that look like us? We have a lot of people that look like you and me, BJ, and they don't like us. They won't shop with us. They won't patronize our businesses. They don't want to live next to us. It's just what it is. Period.
Yeah,
I wonder.
are you talking about other African Americans?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been trained for many generations to hate each other. I don't like you for whatever. I don't like you where you look. I don't like you because you got a better car than me. I don't like you because your woman looks good. I don't like you because you got more money than me. I admire what you got, but I don't like you. Well, there's an old saying, when you can't fight your adversary, you fight people who look like you.
That's deep. And I've been taught, I'm going to word it like this. If you throw two starving lions in a cage together, what they gonna do? They're gonna kill each other. In other words, if you have a community that don't have no resources, is impoverished, what they're gonna do? They're gonna commit crime, they're gonna kill each other, and they're gonna go to other ways of making money. And that's the story right there. Now, I'll say this: if I didn't know no better, and I'm watching social media, I'm watching TV, I'm listening to the news, and I'm seeing all these fights where people just look like me, drive-by shootings. It would have me thinking that we're the only ones out here committing crime. It would have you thinking it because I know better. I know better. But see, one thing I know that our shortcomings are magnified in the media. We make the news. We're not the only criminals out here. Matter of fact, I would call us lower level criminals. And people always taught me that crime is like proximity. So people that tend to live around each other are more likely to commit crime against each other. And I remember that term, I call it a white supremacist term, black on black crime. I ain't never know that crime had a color, but they label black on black crime. Why is it that people that you never hear the term Mexican on Mexican crime or white on white crime? You don't never hear that term, but you always hear that talking point, black on black crime, as if we the only ones committing crime. Period.
Well, Martin, that's sort of kind of not true.
Oh well, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, and all that. That's sort of kind of not true. Let me say that to say this here. They had a channel, or still do, called Telemundo.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning, when it came out, I think this was right around the time we lived on 61st. It was brand new then. Of course, we're not watching Telemundo. You know what I'm saying? We want to look at something, MTV, or we want to, want to see some good stuff. We don't want to see Telemundo. We want to see Spanish. And I'm saying that because they talked about a lot of crime that happened over there on 18th and 18th and Halsted, 18th and Green Street.
You missed the point.
Over there in that, is it Pilsen area?
Yeah, you missed the point. You missed the point. You missed the point, brother.
Oh, did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You missed. The point is, why don't you hear? I didn't say they don't commit crime. Why you don't hear Mexican on Mexican crime, Asian on Asian crime, and white on white crime? Why they use the talking point black on black crime? That's the point I'm bringing. I didn't say that they don't commit crime. I'm not saying that they don't kill each other. Okay, that's the point that I wanted to bring. But you got another guest on the panel tonight. Let's hear from him real quick. Open discussion 90. I think that's Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus. Open discussion. Open discussion.
Well, Martin, to answer your question, they hate us so bad that they're quick to show our shortcomings, to demonize us for the whole world, to convince the rest of the world why we should be treated by them the way they treat us. In other words, why they should continue to kill us, why the police should continue to get away with killing us. To justify them killing us, they want to show the bad side of us when they're doing it too in their neighborhoods just as much. There's more crime going on in those other folks' neighborhoods than it is the black community. They show the black teenagers downtown, but if you go downtown in person, you will find that there's Mexican teenagers, white teenagers, along with those black teenagers, doing the same thing. So they want to demonize the media. The white media has always, and I say the white media, they have always demonized black people to stir up this fear amongst their own people to justify why they should continue to kill us. I hope that has given me.
Okay, I want to say something to that too, brother. BJ, listen to this. I don't know if you ever heard this. Now you're a little older than I am. You got me about a couple of years, but we grew up together. Let me just say this: in history, what you don't hear about, you never hear about a black cop, no matter where he's in California, St. Louis, Cincinnati, wherever he's at. You never hear about a black cop killing a white teenager or white person because he feared for his life or he thought he had a gun. You'll never hear about that in the media. But why is it that when it comes to a Caucasian or European cop, a white cop, why is it that those are the two lines that he always do? It's always shooting a black unarmed man. He feared for his life or he thought he had a gun. Why is that? Now, a black cop and a white cop, they both go to the same police training academy. What is the different mindset out here? Why is the black... Go ahead.
Generational upbringing. Generational upbringing. The police service was derived by slave chasers. They were implemented to chase slaves. And it was always taught to either bring them in, or if you couldn't bring them in, you had to kill them. You understand? So that same mentality has been perpetuated and brought over to generations and over and over and over, to where it's justifiable now to kill someone because he thought they had a weapon. And it's unfortunate, not unfortunate, it's very embarrassing that they get away with it by 90% of 90% of the time. They get away with
99
it due to cameras and 99. Yeah, they can't. Well, I would say 90 because George Floyd proved that. He proved that shit. You know, and I don't want to get too deep in. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna be done saying it, and I'm saying that to say this here. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. Yeah, my man was just saying, white folks kill us. Well, they dropping guns in our community where we'll kill ourselves. So they'll no longer have to worry about killing us and getting sued for killing us. So now they're dropping weapons in our community. We're killing ourselves.
Thank you. Say it, brother. You took it out. Hold on, brother.
When I'm from 61st and College,
right. But
I have never seen an automatic weapon over there. I have never seen an automatic weapon over there.
Brother, let me just say something. If I pay a man to kill another man, I'm just as guilty as the person that's pulling that trigger. So they're killing us because they're placing, it's called social engineering. That's what they're doing. We know it's equivalent to this: a gun in a young person's hand. You give a young person your keys, say, here, I'm gonna let you drive my car, but don't go past 35 miles per hour. So it is, you put a gun in a young person's hand and you tell them, no, go kill nobody now. I'm gonna give you this gun. Come on now. You know his mind immature. First thing he's gonna do, you know what he's gonna do. And I've always said on this channel, there are some people out here, some young people, even some older people, that all they need is you to mean mug them, stare at them too long. That's what I mean mugging, bump into them, or cut them off in traffic so they can justify shooting you in their mind. All they need is a little bit of reason so they can feel good in their mind, or you talking crazy on social media. And that gives them justification in their mind, not saying that it's right to shoot and kill you. We're dealing with that type of mentality with people with weapons. And I always say this: if you're a black person and you go into the gun store or wherever you go to get your weapon, and if you got another black person in mind that you want to kill, they got you. Shoot. See, a gun is supposed to be for protection for anybody, not just one particular race, for anybody. So they got your mentality of thinking. I'm telling you, people, this thing is real. This thing is socially engineered. And you know, again, going back to the 2 starving lions, if you put 2 starving lions in the cage together, what are they going to do? They're going to kill each other. And that's what they're doing to the Black communities. They're starving these communities from the resources, poor education, lack of job. No one is talking about that our youth, maybe somebody can Google this. Our youth we got the highest Black youth, the highest unemployment, brother. So what's the next thing? Old time used to get on here and say, hey, Martin, if you don't have no skill and you don't go to school, the next thing is to do is commit crime. And that's what's going to happen. And that's what we see right now. Now, I'm not saying that there are some. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can back it up. Go ahead. Let's come on with it.
You know, I hear what you said. But the reason that they're keeping us behind the way they're keeping us behind is because we wanted more than them. We're gonna. If you give me something that's been taken away from me all my life, I'm going to tell them that I'm going to destroy you. Let me give you an example. Michael Jordan, great example. You put a Black man in basketball, and he gave you his grades because that's what he wanted. It meant so much to him to do it. It was great to do it. Will we ever see another one? That's another story. But I'm saying it to say this here. We wanted more. Can you imagine overnight if we all got reparation overnight? Just say we got reparation overnight. Overnight, they decided, okay, we're going to give African Americans $150,000 overnight.
They still want to, brother. Let me just cut you off real quick. Money is not going to solve our problem, brother. Only we need land, brother. We need independence. We need that money. Listen, money is right up there with oxygen. We can't live without it. Now, if they give us all this money, okay, we don't own no. We own maybe 1/10 of 1% of business here in America. Who are we gonna spend the money with? We're gonna give it right back to them. Right back to them, brother.
That may be true. That may be true, though, Martin. But there's some people that are very educated.
Yes.
People that are very smart. But I was saying, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real brief. When they did the slave trade and all this other kind of stuff, when they were taking slaves from enough Africa and bringing them here, they stopped at 20 plus other countries along the way. Let's stop there and go back to the United States.
Yeah, don't call them slaves. They took men. They took men and women. They wasn't slaves, but
okay, men and women. But the point is, it's made. But I'm saying that to say this, so we'll stop there and go back to the United States. Let's say they gave us reparations, and it was in excess of $150,000. Everybody's going to qualify for it, but they say people that was born from 1943 to 1973 qualify for it. Okay, overnight, we know in America, a lot of people probably don't know. I don't know, but I did some research and I found how many African Americans, how many Hispanics, and how many whites. Now, there are 54 million African Americans documented here. Can you imagine 35 million of them overnight getting $150,000? Now, here's the bigger problem. If they give us $150,000, 20 other countries got to give it up too. You see what I'm saying? That's a major shift in power, bro. That's the only point I was trying to make.
Yeah, but remember, we talked about it earlier today. They control the currency, brother. Listen, they are masters of money. They have their faces on it. So what I'm saying is, we leaving Black power to Black profits. I'm for reparations. I want us to get it, but I don't want us to get this money and give it right back. I want us to do something with them. We need land, people. We need land. We need resources. But let me take this new caller. We got a call. We got 2 more callers. Okay, 6650. 6650. Go ahead, caller. 6650.
What's going on now?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, like you're talking about crime. I had a brother I used to work with, so my African brother used to work. He worked on the north side driving cabs, and he would tell me all the time the same amount of crime happened up there on the south side, but they don't report it about what's happening up there. They definitely make sure you hear everything happening on the south side out there because they want everything to look like it's a particular area. They usually look at those areas on the south side with black community. They don't build none in our community. They never try to give us look like some inspiration so we could do a little better for the younger generation. Everything look like we've been bombed on for the last 50 years out here.
Mm-hmm.
Every politician come out here and say he wanted to help us. All he do is help himself. Ain't nobody give a damn about us. Number one, ain't nobody coming to rescue us. So we got to get together as people and work together. If I heard earlier you were talking about people, you look at Malcolm and Dr. King were not political. They was about every time they addressed the situation, it was America, the whole country, not Democrat, Republican. They were talking about America. You've been doing us wrong. Y'all gave us a bad check with insufficient funds. When they let us out of slavery, they didn't give us nowhere to go, nothing to have, and nothing. We made it on our own. We always have done that. And the thing is, our younger generation have been distracted because they don't have nobody to look up to, a role model, male figures in our community, which we did when I was a young man. Not no uncles, not no brother down the street, somebody they could look at and recognize that could be me one day. All they see is what the TV and social media show them, and they live hand to mouth out here because they think that wealth and materialism is going to make them a better person, but that's only a dream that they're falling short on because, number one, the education system ain't teaching you how to read, write, critical thinking, and if you get out here in the street out here, you ain't going to better survive because you ain't got no common sense. So there's not these brothers either jail or dead because if you're gonna be a hustler, you gotta know when to get in and when to get out. If you this life they're living ain't forever out there because it's a short life out there. But the thing is, like reparations, that'll never happen. That's why the government bring in so many foreigners. I remember in the '80s, you go downtown and what number of black people and white people, and a few Hispanics. Now you got everybody under the sun downtown Chicago. You go down the summertime day, you think it's the United Nations out here. They brought so many foreigners in the country in the last 40 plus years. They plan is to flood the country with
someone has to do that so we can pay for our Social Security for the next 20 years. It sucks.
Well,
it had to happen. And unfortunately, we the fall guys.
Of course. This is okay. We got another call. Let me take the other caller because I don't want to be selfish tonight. And go ahead, Sarge. Open discussion. Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yes, sir.
With the reparations thing, if it were to be paid, it'd be $188,000 per person. That's the dollar.
How did you come up with that amount?
It's only $30,000 more,
but my thing is, how did you guys come up with that amount? I don't understand. Somebody help me out. How did you come?
I'm gonna help you out. We know ain't nobody gonna give us nothing for free. First of all, so they feel like they're gonna give us something. See, I talked to
answer the question
one day.
Answer the question.
I'm gonna try my best. And they said, well, you know what, DJ, I feel like if we need to give up anything, it shouldn't be no more than $150,000. And $25,000 of it should be a financial advisor to come in and create a business for you so you can have something to fall on. And you can do whatever else you want to do with the rest of the money, but at least you have a business coming back into the country, putting money back in the country. I understood that. They don't want to give us anything. So the lowest number would be approximately $100,000 plus. So nothing more than 100, nothing less than 150, probably no more than 180, like you said.
I still didn't figure out how you guys got the number. What's the multiplication?
I'm gonna give you the answer, Mark.
Yeah, please.
You know I'm thorough.
Well, let's see.
The value of 40 acres and a mule back then, when they look at it, what would that value be today due to inflation and this and that and all these costs over the years? You get X amount of money, right? That amount of money is divided by how many blacks are in the United States, foundational Black Americans. Once you divide X amount of money by X amount of people, you get a sum total of. That's how it's done.
Well.
Okay. Well, that's explained. Okay. Okay. Maybe that because I need to
say this shit. Let me say this, Martin. I will be happy with just the interest on the fucking 30 acres. Give me the interest, fuck the mule. Just give me the interest on 30 acres. In today's market,
that's what it actually is.
I'll take the interest. I'll take the interest.
Bruh. 40 acres of a mule, if it costs doggone $22 back then, and you rate it for what $22 in value is today, right? Which is a hell of a lot more than it was back then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, if you talking about
the only point I was trying to make,
bruh, let me finish now. If you're talking about the interest on something, you can do compound interest calculations mathematically, and the numbers would be significantly less with the interest rate on the original monies than it would be if you counted in inflation and everything to today. You see what I'm saying? Like I used to.
Well, let's say the 40 acres, like you said. Let's say we know 3,000 acres right here in Texas is worth $450,000. I know because I'm sitting on one. But I'm saying that to say shit, I'll take the interest all day long because they ain't gonna give me anything else. I'm hoping they give me that. That's the only point I was trying to make though, bro. I wasn't trying to make myself astute, act like I know everything. I'm just saying I'll take the interest. That's all I'm trying to say without debate.
Okay, well, that's you. Okay, that's you. Now, other people, they would want like the money. It's like if you calculate when I was DJing in the early 80s, 80, 81, 82, 83, but what I was making a weekend back then, that would be about $2,000 a weekend to today's money standards. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So when
you include inflation.
Okay, let me just say this, people. I don't want us to think just reparations, just money only. Reparation could be land. We need land, people. We need a flow of water. If we're going to be succeed as a people, we need our land, people. We need land. We need to be able to grow our own food. We need to be able to build too as well. These are things that I see. You just don't want money. We need resources, not just money. They could give us maybe 3 or 4, 5 states in the United States. Say, hey, y'all take this. Here's y'all money. Y'all build and go. They could do that as well. That'd be we need our own.
Let me ask you this question, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question, Martin. Let me flip the script for a second, honestly, and be honest with me. If America decided to give you some money to leave this place and go anywhere you wanted to go, would you go?
It depends. It depends. It depends.
Now, you woke up, be red. You woke up, be red. Be red had been on this phone for more than 30 minutes and said nothing. I've been waiting on him to say something because I was lucky enough to buy me some property in Nairobi. Thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Because I want to have dual citizenship to be able to move around. Thank God I was able to move around as a legend DJ. I wanted some property over in Rotterdam because I enjoyed the people over there. They will bring you in like they love you just because you're from America. You have that dialect. You understand? And then you come with some game. You come with the game. You got a talent that most people don't have. Now, I'm saying that to say this to you, though, Martin, and everybody else that's on this panel. If America offered you some money to get out of here, would you leave? I'm going to ask B-Red that question, and then I'm going to shut up. B-Red, if America offered you money to leave America, would you leave?
I'm gone. Fuck this place. I'm out of here. Shit, I'm tired of being someplace I ain't want it. Fuck this place.
Yeah.
I don't care what my ancestors built here. They built their shit in a burning house. I'm out. Fucking out of it.
Well, let me just explain this to you guys. White supremacy is not United States. It's not the only place where it's at. It's all in Africa. Africa, man. Hey, listen. Don't you know they got a?
I'm not going to Africa, brother.
I know. Okay.
I'm not going to Africa.
Okay.
Fuck that place too.
Right, because it's a lot.
I'm not going there. It's been molested.
Right.
It ain't the same place. You know what I'm saying? It ain't utopia.
Mm-hmm.
They're killing us when we went over there. Remember all those folks that left and went to Ghana about 5 years ago? They was so happy to get over there. Man, them folks over there in Ghana killed half the folks that moved over there.
I know that. Wow.
Oh, yes, sir.
That didn't happen in Ghana. That happened in Guyana. That didn't happen in Ghana. That didn't happen in Ghana, the country. That happened in Guyana.
I know exactly where it happened there. Okay. I know what difference between Guyana and Ghana. Okay, where they had the Roland Martin them went over there and they was walking through the place where they had the slaves coming out this 5-story concrete building next to the ocean. This is where they went through. I'm talking about that country. That was Ghana. I know exactly where it was. I'm not going to Africa. Africa's been molested. It's been sold out, bought out. It's just like living over here. I want to go someplace where people don't fuck with me. Period. I'm sorry about my language, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be sweet about it. I'm not going to go anywhere where I got to fall under the same harassment and BS that I put over here. They can have this raggedy motherfucker. This place has been damned. This place is condemned. Every part of their land here was evil. This place is running red with blood. From the Indians to the blacks to everybody that ever came over, the Mexicans, everything over here is about blood. They can keep their 40 acres and a mule. Just give me what you owe me. I will sell the bullshit that I was able to get, and I will get my ass up out of here.
Well, we got to
get this place. How many of us got to die? How much blood has to be shed before we get it through our goddamn heads? They don't want us here. So I have no interest in buying the Cadillac. I got no interest in buying a mansion over here with my money. I don't want the white folks to see me with mine. I'm going to get mine and go to the Caribbean. I'll find me a nice little place next to the beach, get me a fishing boat, and enjoy the rest of my life like God intended it for me to be. Under all this pressure and all this stress. It's killing us.
Marcus.
You want to wonder why the kids are killing each other? Yeah. Because they stressed out. Stressed out.
Why should
it's not a stressed out thing? It's a lack of parental supervision. If I can finish, it's a lack of parental supervision. The fathers are not there to groom the sons to become men, and that's basically the prison the classroom, the prison pipeline thing, and it even goes with all of the kids being dressed exactly the same in these schools, because what is worn in prison? Everybody's dressed the same. It's a lot going on in urban America. Now, once you get out of urban America, you'll see a whole lot of things. You see, it's like where I'm at, they always got some little white kids. They done locked them up for this, that, whatever. They had some protester, state troopers fired on him 57 times. That's what they got. He got 57 rounds. He got tore off, okay? And it wasn't just white state troopers, okay? So, and he was not black. So, it depends on where you at. You can watch doggone Channel 7 News all day long, or the news in Houston, Texas, all day long. You ain't gonna see a single story about a doggone meth lab blowing up, because that's just not what they do in urban America. But in rural America, oh, they get down with it. So you will see that.
Oh yeah, they do that. I agree with that.
I need somebody to turn. Hold it, y'all. Hold it. Hold on, Sarge. I need somebody got their TV playing in the background, please. Please,
Well,
somebody got a TV playing. I hear some talking in the background. Okay.
Me too.
Okay. Because it's irritating. Okay, guys, go ahead. Y'all continue. Go ahead.
Okay, now, crime is proximity based.
Proximity based.
See, it's proximity. The people that are in that area, that's who do crime. The only difference between the housing projects and the trailer parks is the housing projects are concrete, tall structure or row houses, and the trailer parks are just individual trailers. And they do the same thing. You got a bunch of these doggone white chicks, mama's baby, papa's baby. They don't know who the daddy is and all that. It's the same. But the thing that you get urban Black America does not see that. Then it's like, oh, they always talking about us. Okay, but you look at the percentages. The most crime that's happening to who and what is happening from who and what. See? It's like the police killing us every day. Pull up the statistics nationwide and look for 356 police shootings of Black people in one calendar year, and you won't find it.
Probably won't find 25.
So what are you saying? So what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Crime is proximity based. Okay? It's proximity based. The stuff you hear about that's going on in Chicago, you ain't gonna hear about that going on in Butte, Montana. Why? Because there aren't any Black people there like that. In those numbers, in Butte, Montana. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, period.
Well, you know,
so I hear what you're saying. I hear you.
Can I respond to what he just said?
From there. Come on, man.
Hold it, Sarge.
Check this out. I'm gonna make it quick.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna make it quick. I bought this house that I'm in 2000. I took my kids and my family from the hood, where I also had a home, to out here. And in 2000, I paid $148,000 for this house. That was a lot of goddamn money in 2000. I thought I was separating myself from the nonsense. I swear to God, I wasn't the only Black that moved out here. I swear to God, the first week of school, these Negroes, my people, they done shut the whole damn street down because they out here fighting. Because see, they done came from the hood too. And they bought the same mentality from the hood after this doggone suburb. I swear to God, my wife had to come home because a girl was trying to stab my daughter. It was crazy. It was crazy. So we went over there, we took our kids out of the suburban school, where I'm paying $5,000+ a year in taxes.
We paid
and put them back in the hood school. And put them back in the hood school, and they had no problem graduating or nothing. But I swear to God, they bought the same mentality from South Dallas over here. They bought the same mentality from Oak Cliff out here. They bought the same mentality from Pleasant Grove, Texas out here. Every place that these Black folks that moved out here, these suburbs, we were paying a lot of money to live here. Y'all think y'all paying money now? I was paying $1,700 in 2000. So I was paying a lot of money to live out here.
We paid $7,000 in taxes and $4,000 for school district.
But see, you didn't have the same problem I did, because you still got white folks in your neighborhood. I have no white people in my neighborhood. I'm living in an all Black suburb. Middle income for everybody. Everybody, combined income at that time was probably about $100,000 a year. The wife making 40, the husband making 60. So they bought their same mentality from the hood out here. So what was about the proximity of that?
Well,
we got a new
They
caller.
started shooting each other. They started killing each other out here. They started spray painting shit out here. Oh, it's like they took the same mentality that they had that we was trying to save our kids from and brought it right out here to the suburbs.
Are you saying the same thing I wanted to say, Sarge? Are you saying that black folks are just bad people?
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm
just saying that the mentality of some of the kids that we are raising, and these are coming from two-parent homes, they bought their same shit out here.
Sir, I asked you, just like I asked Sarge, what's the answer? There is
no answer. As long as we live in this country, we're going to have this country's problem.
You know what?
I want to hear what Sarge said it is.
This person's
You're playing a blame game.
I'm not blaming anybody.
Blame game. Yes, you are.
I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. What's happening
you're playing the blame game from your perspective.
Now, hold it. Okay, guys. Now listen. We got to and listen. Hold it. Sarge, hold it. We're gonna have to get some order now. We gotta respect each other because it's very irritating. Everybody talking over talking. Now we got a panel tonight. It's cool, open discussion, but we got to respect each other. Let's hear each other out. Hey, let me talk first, or you know, please. I don't want to hear all this rap back and forth. But before you guys go, okay, I got a call. I know. Well, hold that thought, because we want to be on here. We want to teach the audience something. Don't forget, got you guys on here, but we have a new caller, and I want to hear from the new caller. 8037, new caller. Go ahead. 8037. Go ahead, caller. Good evening. Open discussion. Go ahead. Hold on. They said volume low. Hold y'all. Hold on. Let me fix my sound real quick. Hold it. Let me fix my sound because I just did something. Let me fix my sound real quick. Hold on. Let me fix my sound. Got the sound low. I'm sorry. See that, guys? I ain't have my sound. Sound was low. Man. All right, go ahead, sir. It's better now. It's better. Come on, y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
What is the guy who said he wants to leave the country live? What city does he live in?
My brother, DJ.
I'm right here, Martin.
He asking your buddy a question. Where does he live? If he want to reveal that, the one said he won't leave the country.
You know what? I don't see him on the line anymore.
Okay, he probably not.
He was on my line. He left, and I don't see him on my line. But I'll say that to cover him. He's in Texas.
Well, I mean, he may be discussing problems. Like the problem he has, it could be because he lives in a blue city.
That's the red state. So we red down here. We red down here. I'm from the shop. I'm blue. I'm blue. I'm all blue. But we live in a red state. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, finish.
What city do you live in? Like, what is it? City red or blue?
I live in Houston.
Yeah, that's why. That's
why.
What's
why?
No. Hold on. I'm trying to understand what's why.
Because I mean, the reason that he's experienced the problems that he talked about because of the politics in Houston.
You know what's interesting about what you just said? That guy was born and raised in Texas. I met him through, I'm from Chicago. I'm an independent filmmaker. And I got a chance to go to overseas, not as a military or anything like that, but from my craft, my art. And I wound up coming to Texas, and I made a life down here. And I drag raced a GTO. He drag raced a 68 Camaro, and that's how we met. Come to find out, this guy is a world traveler. He was stationed up at Great Lakes Naval Base up there where we're from, and he traveled the world, Africa, everywhere. So we had a lot in common to talk about, you know what I'm saying? And I felt that this guy was very interesting of the things he talked about, how much he loved our people and everything that's going on in the world. But there is a small self-centeredness of him coming from where he come from. And unfortunately, we have been bred to hate each other for whatever. I don't know the reason why. I don't know the reason why we have been bred to, I don't know the reason why I was bred to hate Martin. Even though we grew up together. I grew up with Martin. I love this brother. I don't hate him. His brothers kept me out of stuff. But we have been raised to hate each other, and I don't understand why. And when I came to Texas, I seen something totally different from what I learned up in Chicago. We don't back down from nobody in the shop. These guys down here put their head down and walk away. I'm not going to put my fucking head down. I'm a little bitty dude. I ain't no big dude. I'm a little bitty dude. But I swear to you, bro, I'm going to look you in your face and talk to you like a man. I'm not going to put my head down. If you put your hands on me, I swear on everything I know, your ass going to know you were in the fight. So I can't really speak for him, but I can tell you that it's different down here. They had to struggle far worse than what we had to. You think we went through some shit in Chicago? We didn't go through half the stuff these people went through down here in Texas. Dude, when I got down here, I was able to move around like I was Don Juan, like I had money, and I was a broke nigga. I was able to move because I seen game before game seen me. I come from game. So all that old slick ass shit,
man,
we talked all that.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me,
hey,
my bad. I'm so sorry.
Right.
I'm so sorry, Martin.
All right.
Somebody asked me one day.
Yeah, let somebody else talk, man. You've been on and on.
Well, anytime somebody want to get, in, I'm good.
Well, I had a question I wanted to ask.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Now this is Sarge, so you know exactly who it is.
Come on, Sarge.
Is the other gentleman the one that said earlier? Evidently, I must not be from Chicago.
Yeah, that's.
I'm here. That's me. That was me.
Okay. Now this is directed as of you. I'm 61 years old. I'm going to be 62. I don't know if you want to reveal your age, but if so, I would love to know how old you are.
I'm 61, just like you.
Okay.
But hold on.
You said you grew up in Inglewood, right?
Let me say something.
Hold on.
No. Don't tell me. No. I'm finna give you a little history. Both of you guys are from the same era. Both of y'all are from the house thing. Both of y'all from the same era, so y'all gonna have a whole lot in common when you get to talking. I was gonna let you know. You probably know each other.
I already know. Hey, check this out, Stars. I already know you know who I am. We just don't know each other because of over the phone.
Right.
But with that said, to say that I'm 61 just like you, bro, but I'm never going to act like I know a little bit more than you because the game was different in Chicago. The game was different in Chicago. And I asked, now hold on, Sarge, all due respect to you, bro. I'm sure you got that name Sarge for a reason. And I respect you, bro.
That's from being in the military.
And you know what? I thank you for your service because you did some stuff I didn't do. I didn't go through the stuff.
Bro, but can I finish?
Let him finish.
Go ahead, bro.
Let him finish.
Okay, thank you. I was just trying to finish. Now, Martin gave you that name. You know, nobody else called me that. That's Martin gave me that name. Now, we both grew up in Inglewood, right?
No, I didn't grow up in Inglewood, but I lived over there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was saying. Now, I could break it down for you. You know, if you go cross Halsted on 69th Street, that first alley you get to by Peoria, it used to be a bar over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Used to be a
Well,
bar
I lived across the street from a high school called, I want to say, it was high school. I lived 69th and Harper. I can't remember the name of high school. It was years ago. It was 1971 when we moved there, and they would play a marching band. It was a white and black school. At the time, it was predominantly white. And it was in 1971, or I want to say 71. And I want to say Harper High School, but if I'm not mistaken, is Harper on 95th? Well, it's Harper on 69th.
No,
Harper is on 64th and Woods, I believe, and it's closed.
Yeah.
That's why that's where I lived at. I lived right across the street from Harper High School.
So you're talking about around there and around Lindblom, right?
Sir, the only question I'm trying to get to, the point was that Inglewood or not?
That was
No, that was not Inglewood. Not by Lindblom.
Okay,
Lindblom High School and Harper, that's not Inglewood. Now, back to Inglewood right quick.
Come on,
Okay.
man. Come on. Land his plane. Come on.
Okay. I'm trying to finish, but I keep getting interrupted.
Okay.
The bar that was on, you know, by the alley, north side of the street, that's what David Barstow had got gunned down at. Okay. Right around the corner down the street is where Larry Hoover lived at. See? Now, the original gang from Inglewood was called the Supreme Gangsters.
Sarge, where are we
not
going
the
with
black
this,
gang.
Sarge? Sarge, where are we
Well,
going
I'm
with
trying to
this,
figure this
brother?
shit out myself.
Come on, bro.
I'm trying to figure this out myself.
Brother, come on. You hijacking the thing, brother.
But hold on. All y'all hold on for a second. Martin is the moderator of this show. We're just a panel. We're supposed to listen to him. And I get what you're saying, bro, but bro, get control of your show.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell Sarge. That's what I'm doing. We got to be in order, bro. This is what you get when you get a panel. So people can hear. Sarge, get to the point. We don't want to hear about the disciples and all that, man. Let
him do his thing, though, Martin. This is an open forum.
It's open forum.
Oh, my goodness.
On. Go ahead, Sarge. Go. Please, go.
Now, okay, what I'm saying is this. That stuff alone right there, that's what I saw growing up, born and raised, Inglewood, okay? Hinton Elementary School, right over there on 71st Street, it's called Martin Luther King Elementary School now. At first, it was William A. Hinton, okay?
Yes, sir.
What's the point?
The point is,
no, Martin. He really made his point, though, Martin. He really made his point. He made his point.
DJ, I got this. I know Sarge. I know how you get down. I'm just saying, I don't want the show to get, that people just start not listening anymore. The viewership falling off.
No, Martin, he made his point. He made his point, though, Martin.
No, he ain't
all he's doing is
he's
passionate about. You have to let a person express themselves,
I don't.
bro.
Listen.
He's passionate.
Brother, I'm the host. I'm trying to keep the show. People want to hear from other people as well. I just can't just let Sarge and you take over. There's other people on here that want to say things too. So I don't want you guys to hijack the show, brother. We let the other people talk. It's open discussion. I want other people to participate in the conversation as well. You had one brother that called 8027. He only said one thing and he's been quiet. Let him say some things. This open discussion. Marcus, he's still on here. He only said maybe one or two or three things. And let the other brothers talk. Y'all give space to the other people too. It's open discussion. Brother 8037, do you want to say anything? Ask any more questions? Is there anything that you want to say? 8027, 8037, last four digits.
No, I forgot. I forgot what I was going to say.
But okay, if you come back to you, say just holler my name and I come right back to you. Okay, Marcus, is there anything that you want to say, Marcus?
Yes, Martin. I want to say this. When people talk about these kids in Chicago, right, they seem to blame the single mother for these kids acting out. These kids come from some of these kids come from both parenting homes. Some of these kids are foster kids. Some of these kids ain't got nobody in their corner, and they're out here acting out. It's just not a single mother. These single mothers out here, they working their ass off trying to raise these kids. And you got to ask this question: how did they become single? It wasn't all their fault. They're trying with these boys. They're trying with these girls. And I see our people demonizing our Black women for trying. What are they supposed to do? Give their sons up to foster care if the fathers walk out on them? Are they supposed to just throw their sons to the state because the daddy walked out on them? The men are to blame too. The daddies who walked out on their sons are to blame for this problem that's going on in this city. And it's not just Black kids that's out there doing that. It's white kids, but they're not being shown on the camera phones and on the media. They're doing it. They're spearheading it. They're sending out the flyers for these teen trends. It could even be the police department doing it to make the mayor look bad.
Do anybody know about Chicago speakeasy? That term, speakeasy.
You got to get me off.
Okay, it sounds like you're talking into a microphone.
Yeah, bro, you got to take us
I'm
off.
sorry. I'm sorry. I was in a different part of the house.
Okay.
And it echoes. I said, do anybody ever heard of the term Chicago speakeasy?
No,
Only during the Al Capone era.
They had nightclubs back in the day that they called speakeasy, where you go in and do whatever you wanted to do, and it was cool to do. And during the days when we were coming up, Sarge, like yourself, we had nightclubs like we had the Warehouse, we had Music Box, the Underground, and so on and so forth. They were speakeasies. And I'm making this point to say this here. When the world found out that it was cool to come party with us, and you had the pick of the litter, pick of the litter. You could have either woman or man and woman, all three, and do whatever you wanted to do. It became lawless. So our town became lawless, and people looked at us like we wasn't anything, and we perpetuated that. And this is who we are today. And I'm making this point to say this here about single women and single men. They were putting, at the time, MDMA, which they called back then, I think they called it LSD. They were putting that in the water, the punch, and on the food to keep us up so we can dance all night long. Now imagine somebody ain't never had drugs before in their life, and they come in and they eat or drink something, and all of a sudden, they got this Joan, and they don't know where this Joan came from. And somebody say, hey man, we going to back to smoke some weed. And they hear that, I'm gonna try it too. Then they want to try something harder and harder. Okay, I'm bringing this point up to make this here, to say this here. When we had these speakeasies, it was okay for people to come and do lawless things and stuff like that. We had unprotected sessions and stuff like that. And these are the products. These kids today are the product of what we did 20 and 30 and 40 years ago. That's the product. I don't know where to put it. I don't know if it was designed to kill us.
Okay, I had another somebody.
But whatever it was.
Hold it, brother. Let somebody else talk.
I can for a minute. I'm going to sit still. I just want to make a few comments.
Go ahead,
First of all, the man making a point, but that's called the crack epidemic would happen in this city. I'm a little older than my early 60s, and I know I've been all over the city. I'm from the low end, and all over the city, the spiral, the chain because of drugs. First straight powder, then that crack hit around the early 80s, middle 80s. It changed everything. Babies was out here, crack babies born with drugs in their system. And another thing I was going to say before I roll out is that when you people talk about leaving America, Marcus Garvey tried that 100 years ago, and nobody wasn't going. These people ain't going. They don't even. And he was trying
Let
to
me
force.
expound on what you said. Let me expound on what you said about leaving America.
Let him finish.
Let him finish, brother. You got to let him finish. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And there go the other part about it. If you look around here, so many Africans here coming to our country. The inflation over in the countries like that is off the hook. I had a buddy he used to work with me. He said he bought a pair of gym shoes for $64,000 of his money. I asked him, did he have to take a suitcase up there? And he's from Nigeria. The inflation is off the hook. If you live with American money over there, you can live like a king. But just to go somewhere, you better have a plan to go to another country. Because you go out there, that's why everybody come to America, because it's the land of the free. It ain't no, for black people, I'm going to say this, I'm out of here. We get this, everybody say you want liberty and justice and freedom. Well, black people get liberty and freedom, but they don't never get no justice. Y'all be blessed, player.
Amen. Don't go too far. 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 Please don't go nowhere. Please don't go. I can't speak on behalf of God because I made a point because he heard about me buying some property over in Kenya. And I told him what my plan was. You know, we from the same hood. I wanted something better in life. I got a chance to go over there and see what it looked like. It's beautiful over there. No, they don't have the same security that we have here, but they don't put up with the same bullshit that we put up here. Now, I'm an old man. I'm an old man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old man, and I'm ready to retire and chill. I don't want to keep on looking on my back and keep on paying $7,000 in taxes. Dude, I own a nice crib, and I'm tired. I'm not selling my house. I just want to have dual citizenship. I can speak for him. I asked him if America, and this is for everybody else, I'll ask the same question. If America decided to give you all some money, leave this place, would you leave? And he said, hell effing yeah. And they went into some whole world stream storm and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't expect for it to go that crazy, but it did. And the point of the matter is, we're destroying ourselves. If you look at it, we hating on each other for no damn reason. I love my brothers and sisters. I have no choice but love you all. If I want a blessing, I believe in the Lord. And I believe in the Lord blessing. He blessed me. I'm a blessed man, bro. Okay. And I'm happy to be blessed. And I can't be blessed unless I bless somebody else.
All right.
And so I'm not hating on nobody on this panel. I just love everybody. I hope everybody's best. And, you know, I'm not saying that leaving America is the greatest thing because right now America is the most secure country in the world. It has the greatest economy. Me and Martin, before the show even started, we looked up, we reviewed, and we looked up the greatest country in the world right now with the best economy. It's America. It's America.
And guess what? Can I add to that? Can
Absolutely.
I add to that? There's
Absolutely.
a city in America. There's a city, a big, beautiful city by the lake, by a great big lake, that gets a bad reputation. It's a beautiful city, and it makes #1 in that magazine every year. People are dying to come to Chicago. They're taking a vacation coming to Chicago. I was talking to a guy in California when I was in California, and I told him I'm from Chicago. He said, I'm on my way to Chicago. Your city is beautiful.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
We talk about the negative side of this city. We talk about the teenagers, but we overlook the beauty and the positive things to do in this city. And it's a lot of free things that other cities charge for that this city don't charge for. We have concerts in our parks. We have a park that's open. We got 2 zoos up here. We got everything. And that's NASCAR came here. Ask yourself why NASCAR.
They still coming. They not just they've been there 2 years in a row, back to back.
They got a 5-year contract.
Exactly. Who is this? This Sarge again?
No, it's me, Marcus.
Just hold on, let him talk, brother. Let him talk. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead. I'm
a photographer in this city, and I see this city. I see both sides of this city. I was just going through Inglewood. What used to be Inglewood, over by Hamilton Park, is now Grand Crossing. And Martin, I sent you a couple of pictures. It looks terrible because it shows that there's no investment in that area. White people left that area and they left it. They took the resources. They took the factory jobs that kept it afloat. They also took the trades out of the high schools where you could learn wood shop and all that. They took that away. Everybody is not college material, and they put it in the colleges. And so you got people who like hands-on training. They don't like to be getting it out of a book. It ain't that they can't read. It's just that they like to do things with their hands. They took that away to keep us as a people from advancing. These people are fear of us. But the positive side of this, go take a walk through Chicago. Go downtown. Don't live in fear of what you see on the news. Go downtown. Take a walk through downtown. Go into Inglewood. People are afraid to go into Inglewood. You think you're going to get shot. You're going to get robbed. See the history and ask yourself why they want Inglewood so bad.
Now, I'm glad you said that. Here's a question I wanted to say to you, brother. Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
This DJ. Have you ever been to Windsor, Canada?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
Have you ever been to Toronto?
No.
Okay, let me tell you what Windsor is. Windsor is across the bridge from Detroit. It's like going to downtown Chicago to Evanston.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm saying all that to say this to you. It's effing beautiful.
Yep.
I'm talking about,
I believe you.
Wait. I'm talking this guy, money, everything. The scenery, everything, waterways, everything. It looks like Chicago. It'll blow your mind. Listen to me. They trying to make Chicago look like downtown Toronto. Follow me, bro. I've been trying to tell Martin this for a while. From 95th in the lakefront Chicago to Skokie. From Skokie to Ashland. From Ashland back to 95th. It's prime property. They are trying to make Chicago look like Toronto, where it's going to be so expensive you won't be able to afford to live there. A studio apartment downtown Chicago will probably at that time, I'd say in the next 20, I would say between 20 and 25 years, it's going to be probably $9,000 just to live there per month. You wait and see. You wait and see.
Wow.
You wait and see. We had it so well. Do you remember when they had, what was the name of that festival they had downtown by the Bean? Where the Taste of Chicago. Thank you, sir.
It still goes on.
Well, is the Taste of Chicago better or was it better then?
Better then.
It was better back then because.
Thank you. It was better back then. But the problem is we can't be around each other in mass amounts because of the upbringing that we have been instilled in us to hate each other. I don't like him because he's from the West Side. I don't like him because he's from Hyde Park. I don't like him because he's from Westinghouse. I don't like him because he's from
we got a new caller.
Kenwood.
We got a new caller.
Hey, good.
We got, yeah. He's running. 9433. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, how you doing?
I just want to. I wanted to say something. You have to speak things into existence. If you think negative, then that's what you'll bring out. But you have to think positive. We are a strong black race. We can get along with each other. We do know how to treat each other. Chicago is a beautiful place. It's our kids. It takes a village to help raise these kids. These kids don't know no better. I'll be 48 years old and next month. And what I know now, I wouldn't trade it for the world. But that was instilled in me through my grandparents, through my mom. So it takes, like I said, we can get along with each other. You have to speak things into existence.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have positive energy. If you ain't got no positive energy, then you're going to think negative. It's all a mindset thing.
Could it be, I'm asking you a question, young lady. Could it be that we just sick? we sick. We just don't believe nothing good can come from one another. It just, and this is not a blame game or nothing. Could it be we just sick? You know, we
You know
tainted.
what?
Could it be? I'm asking the question. I'm just asking.
You,
Go ahead.
you know what, Brother Martin? Half of us is sick, half of us need help. Half of us do need, I'm telling you, I'm going to give it to you. Half of us do need to go see a psychiatrist. Yes, we do. But half of us don't know how to ask for help. If you don't ask for help, then you don't get it. You gotta.
Most people don't know. Most people don't know that they need help.
All right,
Well,
but let the sister talk. Yeah, let the sister talk.
You can look at a person and tell the ones that is mentally challenged. You can look at the ones and tell the ones need help. But like I said, it's all about the mindset, brother. It's about the mindset.
Yeah.
Let me ask this sister a question.
No, brother.
Let me ask this
No.
sister a question.
No. We got another caller. Hold on, let me go to the next caller, brother. Because you didn't take you're taking over, you know, and it just keep spiral and all that. Let's get to this new. I got another caller. Let me get to this caller. Then we'll get you guys. Listen, I want you guys to consider when you guys talk long, you got other people too as well. So consider other people. All right, we got another call. Go ahead, Nathan. Go ahead. Nathan, go ahead.
What's up, Brother Martin?
Go ahead, Brother Nate. What's going on?
Yeah, all I hear is Chicago is a beautiful city. Yes, it's a beautiful city. Kids don't want to hear that. Not these kids. They don't want to hear how beautiful the city is. You know what I'm saying? That, if they care about how beautiful the city is, they wouldn't go downtown and tear it up. Take them somewhere different. Take them to a different city and let them see something different, and maybe that'll make a change. That's what the problem is. And a lot of these homes, they're not teaching proper discipline to their children. The children are running the household. So what happens is they're doing things on their own. They're raising themselves. So the problem ain't the city. The problem is the children. And they don't care about how beautiful Chicago is. Yes, it's beautiful, but they don't care. Take them somewhere different. When I was a kid, my parents took me out of town. They showed me different things. I get tired of what's downtown. Nothing. They don't appreciate it. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Martin, can I say something?
Go ahead, Marcus.
Can I say something right quick?
Yeah, go ahead, real quick.
I want to say this. When I say Chicago, because Chicago gets a very bad rep in the media, it gets a bad rep on the podcast. All we talk about is the violence. If we continue to talk about the violence, we will overlook the good parts of this city. This city is a beautiful city, and parents need to take their kids downtown and show them that you can come down here, you can have fun, you can do it this way. If they take time with their kids, it's not the teachers, it's not the park district people, it's not the politicians, it's the parents. You have to take time with your kids and take them. This is a city that people are dying to come to from other cities. They should be proud of their city. They should care about something. They should be taught to care about something. And if we continue to talk about the negative parts of the city, they know all about that. The Crusaders don't even want to report on the crime in the black community. They want to report on the positive things because the white papers are doing that enough. This is a beautiful city. Inglewood is a beautiful community. The black neighborhoods are beautiful, and black people can get along with each other. We got to speak positive, just like somebody said. This Chicago is a world-class city, and I'm proud to live in it. Yes, it's got its problems.
Martin, if I may.
Go ahead, sir.
I don't know where those statistics are coming from as the people that are dying to move to Chicago.
No, sorry, they're not statistics. You got to talk to people.
See, can I finish?
No, I'm
Please.
just telling you because I don't.
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. If he has an injection, he should be able to inject. He should be able to interject. He should be able to interject. If he has an interjection, he should be able to interject.
No, just stop.
No, let him finish.
I'm done.
If I could finish, you can interject all day long. I don't be long, but when I get interrupted, that's when I get long, and Martin knows this. Now, where are those statistics coming from? Who knows where that's getting fabricated from? But I know people are flocking to Atlanta, people are flocking to Houston, and people are flocking to Miami, and it's proof in the population growth of those three cities.
Yep.
So state your source. Where's the source at?
Well, I'm
People
gonna state
dying
my
in
source.
Chicago.
As you know, I'm a photojournalist and a reporter. So I talk to people on the streets, people who are coming off of the planes, people who are jumping off the trains. Now, it may not top the charts of the statistician chart, but what I'm trying to say is if we continue to speak bad about this city, then ain't nobody going to want to come to this city. Everything ain't bad about Chicago. Atlanta got its issues too. I got a cousin that live in Atlanta, and he don't want to be there. He don't want to be there. He don't want to be in the state of Georgia. So every state, every city has its issues. But if we continue to talk bad about them, hell, I'm not going to want to come to Atlanta based on what my cousin is saying. But based on what you're saying, you talk good about Georgia. I might want to come to Georgia. I ain't never been there. We got to talk positive about our city.
Well, I can talk positive about where I'm at in Georgia. I could talk positive about Savannah, Georgia. I would not recommend anybody move to Macon, Georgia. And Atlanta, honestly, is a dump. I take a bullet in the head first before I move to Atlanta.
Okay.
Wow, that's not. Hold on. I want to say two things real quick. Two things real quick. Martin, I don't know who the gentleman is that called himself a photojournalist. Please give him my information. I'm a photojournalist myself. I'm an independent filmmaker. I'm doing a documentary out of Chicago called Chicago House Music Lifestyle. Please give him my information. I want to get with him. I want to do some business with this
listen,
guy.
you need to
And I'm going to say
hold it.
I'm going to say some things real quick.
Hold it. You need to give Sarge your number too, because Sarge, he's one of the pioneers of the house
would
music.
love to talk to. I want to talk. I actually want to
pioneer.
talk to everybody on this damn
He
panel.
a pioneer.
I want
of
to
the
talk to
house
everybody
music.
on this damn panel.
He know. And listen,
I want to talk to everybody on this damn panel.
Listen, DJ,
Y'all are very
hold
interesting.
it.
Well, that's the thing, Martin.
He knows the history of house music. You know all the key.
It's only three.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, it's only three people. Martin, it's only three people that ever wrote books about house music, and I'm one of them.
Okay, that's good. I would love to talk to you. So you know Derek Smoking Jones, then, don't you?
He's not one of my favorite people, but I'm quite.
I didn't ask you that. He's one of my favorite neither. I like him. But he wrote a book as well. He wrote a book as well. He did.
Now I haven't heard of him. I've heard of Jesse Saunders. He wrote two different.
He sure did.
Little Lewis wrote a book. Matter of fact, Marshall Jefferson wrote a book. I forgot about Marshall. How can I forget about Marshall?
It's quite a few people. It's quite a few people who
wrote a book.
It's quite a few people who wrote their history about Chicago.
Okay.
Chip E did a documentary on DVD.
Gentlemen, I want to say this real quick. I know I want to say this. I know it's open discussion. To back up Marcus saying, I believe, and maybe y'all can Google this, Chicago is one of the most tourist spots, and one of the most tourist spots here in the United States, Chicago, especially downtown.
Oh, it definitely is.
So that's what Marcus was talking about. So, but I gotta okay, that's what he's talking about. So we know, and I did say a lot of people's leaving Chicago, but let me just say this real quick. I got something on the screen right here. Mayor Brandon, according to somebody sent me this. So we had a teen trend on March the 29th. A lot of teenagers went downtown. Now, what you see on the screen is you didn't hear about this. It says March 29th, 2025, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Navy Pier, AON Grand Ballroom. You're invited.
The Grand Ballroom.
Right. It's a teen bash. Brandon John, presented by Brand. We didn't hear, listen, now this, I didn't even hear about this. It took an older gentleman to bring this to my attention. So I don't see anything wrong with children going downtown. I just see things wrong with when you very disruptive, you're on the platform, you pushing people, blocking the sidewalk off and just doing busting windows, going to stores and
jumping on people,
snatching and grabbing, running up and down there, how to post. I'm not in agreement with all that. I know it's all they doing, all the name and game and fun, but I'm not in agreement with all that with our young people. But I just want to put this up here because we didn't hear about this on the news. I guess this was low key that Brandon Johnson did something. So
Hey, Martin, not to put you on blast.
Yeah.
Not to put you on blast. I grew up with you. You grew up with me. You and I, we turn up just like these kids turned up. We turn up just like these kids turn up.
Hurry up, we got a new call.
The only thing that we didn't do is what they did downtown. They did snatch and grabs and everything. But we would ride on the back of the bus like Cooley High and get off at 63rd and walk back home. We did goofy things that these kids did. We wasn't governed by our parents. We had other people in our community that were like your mom. Your mom was a pillar in the community, and she made sure that we didn't do things that were stupid, because we didn't have a mom or a dad around to try to teach us the right way to do the things that we supposed to do. But at the end of the day, man, we having problems at home. At home. If we can fix what's going on at home, we probably wouldn't have a lot of stuff that's going on in the streets right now as a black race.
Okay, we got a new call. I think it's a person called 7956. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Martin. Yeah, this is Nathan.
You call back. Go ahead.
Yeah, the one thing that I just wanted to repeat is that, when fathers, some fathers, when they're in the home, sometimes they're forced out by the mother, and a lot of times they don't leave voluntarily. And my dad wasn't always in the home, but you better believe if I got in trouble, my mama making that call. So we need to stop saying that the fathers are leading, because that's not true in most cases. Sometimes they're kicked out. So that's all I want to say.
Okay. Now, going
Anybody
back to...
want to expound on that?
Yeah, let me just say that.
Yeah, I would like to.
Go ahead.
Let me expound on that.
Go ahead. Respond on that.
Well, okay, real quick. They can't kick you out of where you live. So stop living with women.
Come on, Sarge. I thought you was going to say
come on, Sarge.
Sarge, I'm just going to say this. How old you think I am?
You said you were 48.
I'm 55.
Okay, you're 55.
So hang on. So wait a minute. I'm not young.
Me either. I'm 61.
So I noticed that when you talk to people, it's like you don't want to know things and they don't.
Say again?
You seem to insult people's intelligence.
No, I don't insult anyone's intelligence. I don't do that at all.
Marcus, he's just strong-minded.
No,
Marcus, he's strong-minded.
That's Nathan. Hold
and
on.
when you have
brother DJ.
Nathan.
No,
yes.
brother. Hold it,
yes,
brother.
Sir.
Let them two work it out. These two men, let them talk it out. I want to hear them out. Go ahead. They're talking. Give them a chance to respond. Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear this.
When you say the things that you say, you have a way of saying, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. My brother is a retired captain in the Navy, and he's 65.
Mm-hmm.
So he can tell you so many stories about the wars that he been in and how he laid beside people that weren't alive and all the type of stuff. So, but the one thing he taught me was discipline, listening, and understanding. And you can be the smartest person in the world, but if you don't know how to listen and comprehend and take other people's opinions to perspective, then you ain't learning nothing. Age don't make you smart. The lack of knowledge and intelligence does.
Okay, I never said anything about age making people smart. And as of your comment as of the captain person you're talking about, if they were not a Navy SEAL, they were not boots on ground in war zones. The Navy doesn't do that.
See, here we go.
The Navy doesn't do that. I'm a combat engineer, boots on ground.
Okay,
Here we go.
Okay, people, let me just say one thing. Somebody got some TV playing in the background. It's very annoying. Please, people, mute your background.
Yeah, it's irritating.
Yeah, very irritating. I don't know who it is. It might be my new caller.
Yeah, again.
I totally think we're doing what we started out talking about. We're attacking each other, and we don't need to attack each other. I don't know. I like to talk. I hear things that kind of move me into a way where I want to say things that's maybe helpful. But we're attacking each other, and we don't need to. We all look alike. We all respect each other, you know, and we're all trying to get to another level. And Martin, I appreciate what you're doing. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be covered. You know, unfortunately, none of us are not down here writing things down like a stenographer, and we can come back to rebuttal. But I'm saying that to say that you got a great show, and you got some great people on here, whether it be Sergeant Nathan or myself or yourself or anybody else that's listening. Got some great people over here that got great things to talk about. And it's so important. It's so important that we all have a voice, whether we object, overtalk, or long-winded, as long as we make our point.
Right, but see, the thing is, things got to be in order too. We're gonna go to the new caller, Reb the Barber. Go ahead, Reb the Barber. We got a new call. He's been waiting for a few minutes. Go ahead, Reb the Barber. Thank you for holding.
Yeah, I'm all right. How everybody doing?
All right.
I'm just saying it's an open discussion, and
yes, it is.
It's pretty much geared around our youth, so I decided to call on in. You know, I have an office over on 838 West Marquette Road. We definitely engaged in the youth and trying to network and lay down some concrete ideas and initiatives with the community. One of the first ones that we'll be doing is around April, between April and May, where we'll be doing a community cleanup in Inglewood, right there in the heart of it, starting on 67, which is Marquette. And then we'll be going over to the Ryan Harris Memorial Park, where we'll be commemorating and remembering her. You know, so we was asking as many people that know the story of the young lady who was killed and who care about the community, just showing action by just cleaning it up. You know, so I'll be coming on Mark's platform, giving more information concerning the date and the meeting location and everything. But this is just, you know, initiatives that we want to do. You know, I got hands-on with the youth every day. You know, Bath Elementary, you know, saying things like that. And for me to have seen what happened on March 28th, I was disturbed, especially when I found out that a 15-year-old boy who had no business down there also, just like all the other kids, that he was shot. You know, and I keep on asking the same old question.
Hold it, Reb. You said he ain't had no business being down there. Is that what you said?
He ain't had him nor no other kids had no business being down there doing what they was doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Because I'm just
you know
because I know. I mean, we ain't in South Africa apartheid. I mean, they can free go downtown. but not tying up
No,
nothing.
no,
But
no.
yeah,
I
okay,
don't.
okay.
I'm totally not against our youth going downtown. Their parents pay tax. We as community, even in Inglewood, all around, we pay taxes. You know what I'm saying, to keep downtown taken care of. I believe that, we never orchestrated nothing. Nobody from our communities, ever orchestrated anything and say, hey, let's go downtown and do something with these youth, to engage them to go downtown. So when we see them going downtown, it's based on propaganda or something that's going on where you have a puppet master or whatever, that's actually creating chaos down there. I just don't understand how the same youth that's in our Chicago public schools that living in our community on our blocks, who's living in the house of our neighbors, even our own children. We got to say our children. I don't understand how they're able to go down there in that fashion, and we don't have an answer on how we prevent it from happening. I mean, they're in the schools. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta.
When you start having accountability with parents, when you start holding parents accountable.
Y'all keep on saying parents. Hold on, you come out. I'm gonna tell you, because you keep on saying parents. Y'all, if y'all want to understand your enemy, you gotta study them. If you want to defeat your enemy, you got to study them. Now, our children are not an enemy, but the enemy has his hands on our children. These children, most of them, like we say, they are on the trains. They don't have homes. Like right now, you go on the CTA platform, they're on the train. You know what I'm saying? They don't have parents. They either are, their parents are either strung out, dead, locked up, or disabled because their guardian is their grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, that's about probably 60% of them children that was down there doing that. So when we are saying, hey, what about the parents? What about the parents? You know what I'm saying? We defeating the purpose, because most of them don't have parents. And if it takes a village, you know what I'm saying, to raise these children,
Somebody got to be raising these children.
To have preventive measures to make sure that we can start doing some engagement. The community have to start bringing programs. And I'm not talking about the organization, people that got 501c3s. I'm talking about legit community people who have the heart, who's always on Martin's platform, you know what I'm saying, who say that we need to do something, to stop saying we need to do something, and just get up and do something. Let's come together.
Well,
let's sit at the table.
Sir,
let's talk about an action plan and then implement it and walk by it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just everyone talking. Nothing happens.
What I meant when I said having parents accountable for their children, I'm an example of a child who has been raised by his grandmother instead of my mom and dad. My dad chose to go west. My mom chose to stay in Chicago. And going through this bitter divorce, my grandmother had to raise me. I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is that if you have parents who have these children, you have to start holding them accountable for that. And that's the reason why we got rampant kids doing all kind of snatchographs and all kind of other stuff, because nobody has no accountability of these children that are wild and out of control. We have to do something to control these children. And the only way you can do that is you hold the parent accountable.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Can I intervene in that, Marcus? Martin.
Yeah, go ahead, my sister.
Can
go
I
ahead.
ask him a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm a mother, and I have raised 2 kids. And while I was at work, I never said what my kids want to do. So you got some parents that's out here working, that's trying to pay the light, the gas bill, and they don't know what their kids doing. I know when I was coming up, my mom ain't know what I was doing. So there's no one perfect. So you can't hold the parents accountable.
I totally understand that.
What Sarge is saying, we need some mentors. And Sarge, I'm sorry, I'm willing to step up because we need mentors. We need people to step up and help our kids. Our kids
I
need help.
understand that. I understand that. I really
And
do.
one thing,
I respect it.
and one thing about a mother, a real mother, their job is never done. We always on household, all the time. So I'm willing to step up. I'm willing to take me a group of young ladies. I'm willing to step up. It's called roll call.
I had a phone call
the
other day. I had a phone call the other day from a team member of mine, one of the people who was pushing this initiative, this cleanup. Right after we was having our meeting about, you know what I'm saying, getting this cleanup thing with the community together, she called me on the phone probably an hour later and said, Pastor Hill, I got a young man that I'm standing here with right now who could use your help. He's out here. He have nowhere to go. His friends go to school. He don't go to school. His sister kicked him out. He lounged around his other sister's house. He got a warrant out for his arrest. So me, I pop up right over there on 65th Street in Inglewood. And the young man, you know what I'm saying, when I approached him, and, you know, I'm 40, you know what I'm saying? So I would consider my age group a bridge between the elders and these young people, because we should be able to just walk up to them and relate to them. And that's what I did. And I was able to let him know, like, man, I ain't policing nothing. If you want me to help you, I need you to tell me what you got going on. How deep are you in? And this young man, the thing that he worried about, he got the warrant out arrest because his sister, he stole her car. He ended up crashing it, ran, haven't got caught yet. But he's done did so much. He's thinking that things from his past that he did as crimes might catch up with him because he don't know if he left evidence behind. These are the issues that our children are facing. You know what I'm saying? This young man's only 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? And the world, his situation, his environment taught him, which he's from Minnesota. His environment taught him when he got here to Chicago, is this the way you live? His children, his sister came. She gets a check from, but she don't care about trying to get him the real help that he needs. So when we talking about these kids down there, this is the type of situation of what we are dealing with. Where these children really don't have no love, and they can't trust nobody to say that, hey, I'm here to help you, because it's an agenda out there on them. The children, it's the best thing to be the youth today. You know what I'm saying? Because people are engaged, you know what I'm saying, to the benefits is there.
Okay.
It's just the wrong people who are engaged.
Let me just say something, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to benefit from them.
Let me say something. The way you talking, Red, is somebody come along that's listening right now, that's a victim of a teenager. They ain't gonna want to hear what you got to say. What about, listen?
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you. Because you got.
Absolutely agree.
I'm telling you, brother. Listen, we just can't tap him on the shoulder. Okay, you didn't tore up your sister's car. You didn't crash her car, and she's still paying for it. You listen. That got to be some type of accountability. It has to be, brother. If there's no accountability, it's what that behavior is going to keep going and going.
Not only that, Mark. You're covering up a wound with a Band-Aid. You're covering up a wound with a Band-Aid. Not only that. No, hold on for a second, bro. You say you're 40. You say you're 40, right? You say you're 40, right? Did you say you were 40? Did you say you were 40?
Before he met me that day, nobody ever talked to that man. He had no fair upbringing. You understand?
Bro, you did a great job. You did a great job.
Who never was taught to sit up there and do the right thing anyway.
Well, hold on.
You did a great job.
Well,
you did a great. No, hold on, Martin. Hold on, Martin. Hold on, Martin.
Pull your boots up. You ain't got no bootstrap.
No.
Bro, you did a great job.
And our children begging for love, and it's the
brother, man. Listen to me, brother. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to what I'm saying to you, brother. You say you're 40. I love what you're doing, man. Continue to do. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna do something for you. When you need somebody to come cover what you're doing live, I'm gonna put 4K cameras on your ass. When you need it, Martin, give him my information. I will come up there, bro, and I will film that for you. Zero charge. No charge at all. I don't want your money. It's not even about money. But I'm going to say this here. Like Martin said, there's accountability though, bro. You can't cover a wound with a Band-Aid. We got to stop giving these children a way out. They got to have accountability. There's got to be somebody that's got to be accountable for their actions. If they're not smart enough to understand that for every cause, there's an effect. For every wrong, you know what I'm saying? You got to be accountable for that. So if you need my help, I'm there to help.
Rehabilitation, right? With rehabilitation.
Say that again, brother. Say that again, brother. Say that. I didn't hear you.
Juvenile thing, and they ain't doing nothing with the juvenile detention center.
Brother,
they ain't doing nothing for you.
Brother, listen. All these youth, and I'm gonna say it ain't that they don't have no parents. They want to be rebellious, brother. Some of them. I'm not gonna go for that game.
Thank you, Martin.
Go for that game, brother. I'm not gonna do. I love the youth.
Thank you, Martin.
Listen, brother. Listen. I grew up on 61st and Cottage Grove, 60th. Now I was taught right.
Tell them what year. No, Martin. Tell them what year. Tell them what year.
Yeah, it was a long
time ago. Tell them what year.
Yeah,
the year matters, man. The year matters.
But let me just
year
say,
matters.
Hold on,
it
but
matters.
let me just say something. Reb is my brother. But I'm gonna say this. Let me just say this, brother. I was taught right, but I was rebellious too. I still went out there and done things that I know I had no business doing. So what I'm saying is, we can't pamper something. Like in a street organization, you teach those that don't know and you discipline those that do know. So that's got to be a law that's put down on these young folks. Hey, now listen, young man. Now I'm not trying to throw you in jail, but if you do this, this is going to happen. Everywhere you go, if you go inside of a public school, they have directions that you have to follow. When you get in an Uber, there's directions you have to follow. When you go to the police station, there's a protocol that they have to follow and you have to follow when they bring you in there. Everywhere you go, there is laws on a basketball court. There's rules. Marcus is a product. Hold on, brother. Marcus is a product of carjacking. One of them young teenagers took his car and drove off. Should I say, well, he had bad parents? I'm not gonna blame him. That car is not yours, and you know not to touch it. You was defiant. You went and stole that man's car. You should have never done that. And see, listen, if a young person work hard and go to school, 25 years old, and here's a young boy that comes steal his car and crash into a brick wall. Now, and there's no consequences. Now, here's a man lost his car. He didn't work hard. Now, what about the victims out here? The victims, they need some compensation too.
Thank you.
The victims, man.
Martin, to mention the mental traumatization that you go through. It may just be a materialistic thing, and you wondering, you blaming yourself. A lot of thoughts going through my head, but it made me almost hate my own black people because I couldn't understand. Like, here, I'm out here fighting. People listen to me, and people do talk to these youth. These youth only want to listen to certain people. They don't want to listen to people like me. You try to talk to them on the train, they ready to pull a gun on you. You try to tell them
they want, though, bro.
They want to fight with you. So
that's what they want, though, bro.
It's not that people listen to me. It's not that people are not talking to these young people in Inglewood or any other neighborhood. They are talking to them. They're not listening. Some of them kids want to go downtown and tear up and act a fool. They come from perfect households. They want to do that. It's called street clout. And yeah, what about the victim? Because everybody talks about the kids, but what about the victims they leave behind? Damaged. I mean,
Thank you, bro.
People who they killed, you can't go back in the grave and dig them up and give them a second chance. They're dead. So they should be put in jail for killing somebody. I mean, it's only fair.
Well, what you just said, they did when they don't respect their own parent, when they don't respect their own mama, when they don't respect their own. What you said is deep, bro. What you just said was deep, bro. Deep. They don't respect their own mama. We talk about somebody that birthed them. Skip dad.
Can I say something?
What about mom?
Let the brother say something. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was listening to the part about the accountability part.
Yes, go ahead.
And I grew up in the 70s, and I don't remember us doing the things that these kids do, but I do remember that it was our generation that put these kids in grown folks' business. They had them as lookouts. They had them running drugs from one house to another house. They started doing. They got to be teenagers. They put them in these crack houses so they could sell crack. And I was sitting up here thinking when he said accountability, and I was like, damn, we didn't live like that in the 70s. You know, we could go places, we could do things, we could have a good time. People didn't want to go and shoot up the place. But see, when we put these kids in grown folks' business, and now they done run crazy with it, we sitting up here pointing the finger at them. But it was our generation of men who put these kids in these situations. We the ones, the first ones to put guns in their hands. I'll never forget this. You know, when I was like 15, 16 years old and everybody was making money off of crack, and it's like, okay, you meet the guy, the so-called man in the neighborhood, you know, hey, man, little boy, you want to make a little money? Here, take this package across the street from me. Then it went from that to, hey, I need you to watch out. You know, you see the police whistle. And then you get a little old. You say, okay, you 16, 17, you ain't in school. Hey, man, I got a crack house over here. Won't you run this trap for me? And see, we put them in grown folks' business. Now they acting like grown folks, and we point the finger at them, blaming them when the blame should be on us because because the dealers didn't put us in this business
but listen,
when we were young.
Brother, let me just say
they
this.
didn't fool with us.
Let me
Kids
say
was
this,
off limits.
Brother, let me say this. I'm not totally blaming the young folks. There's accountability from the parents and as the child. Now, what about the people, the young people that's out there shooting and killing that never experienced selling crack, never come from a two-parent household or even a single mother-parent household? Mother got a wonderful mother, got a wonderful father. What's their excuse? They wasn't a crack baby. What's their excuse? What's their excuse?
Environment.
Yeah. Come on, man. No, but hold on. But they come. Listen. Your first environment. Hold on. Listen, your first environment is your household. And some of us, listen, our parents didn't do no wrong in front of us. They didn't do drugs. They didn't bring men in and out of the house and all that. They did the best they could for a lot of us. But we decided as teenagers to go out there and be defiant, do things wrong. And I ain't talking about those teenagers that was influenced by gangs or nothing like that. But what about the ones that had a nice household, that had the love, had the proper nourishing and things like that? What's their excuse? Raised up in church.
All right. But Mark, check this out. So you remember the time, because he's saying back in the 70s, you remember the times it was an era where the organizations, because they wasn't gangs, the organizations, just like the military was drafting your sons, the oldest, the organizations was drafting them to the streets. And they was coming from two-parent households, most of them, two-parent households. That it was around the era where the fathers wasn't being out of the households in a lot of these communities. They was in the households working men. And then you had those where, you know what I'm saying, you ain't have fathers. So it all merged and mixed in together, man. Y'all say you acting like, you know what I'm saying, the generation that we got today, you know what I'm saying, a good household then birthed with a bad household and had the seeds that they had.
No, but I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Grew up in the environment.
Well, answer my question. Hold on.
Everybody ain't grew up in Beverly
Hills. No, it ain't. Hold on, brother. Hold it, brother. Hold it. Listen. Everybody that grew up in the projects wasn't a bad person. Everybody that grew up in the projects didn't sell drugs, didn't gang bang.
Thank you.
You got some people, you have no control over the environment that you're born in. It's your training.
Thank you, brother.
It's your training, brother. Listen, I grew up around all that. Listen, I was a drug dealer, but I never used drugs. But I made a transformation. So what I'm telling you, brother, because of the environment, yes, that plays an influence on that. It does. Lack of parenting, that plays an influence on that. But everybody didn't get caught up in certain things. Here's a man on his line right now, never did drugs, never sold drugs, ain't never been in jail day his life. We talk about Marcus. Tell him, Marcus. Tell him, where did you grow up at, Marcus? In the heart. Tell him.
I grew up in Inglewood, in the heart of Inglewood. I'll go so far as to say Lamron, which is now Normal, which has now been bulldozed by Norfolk Railroad. I grew up in that era. I remember hearing gunshots, but I made up in my own mind, as well as my mother raised me, and she was a single mother. She raised me, and I had in my own mind that I didn't want to be that. After one of my cousins got killed out here on 122nd and Wallace by his own gang at 11 years old, I said to myself, I don't want to be a part of none of that. And yet I grew up in Inglewood. I wasn't helicoptered. Are you talking about that young man? Are you talking about that young man? No, listen to me.
Hold it, bro.
Listen to me. This happened back in
Let him talk. Go ahead.
This happened back in 1984 when my cousin got killed out here on 122nd and Wallace. I grew up in Inglewood.
Exactly.
And I made a decision in my life that I wasn't going to have my mother running down to the 7th District Police Station or what they call a Audi home to get me out. I didn't want that lifestyle. I also had people in my life that was encouraging me to do good, and they praised me and rewarded me when I did good. It's too much rewarding these kids who are bad. They're getting good privileges that they shouldn't be getting. They should be taught. They should be disciplined for their actions. Because again, Martin, you cannot resurrect people who they have killed. I know a 13-year-old boy who was kind of slow, minding his own business in Inglewood when I was working at Ogden Park. This other boy killed him because he didn't think his life mattered. What made that boy kill him? I don't know, but he killed him for no reason. Now, do Corey get a second chance? No, he in the ground. He gone forever. He ain't never coming back to this earth. But that other little boy got a second chance in life. What about the victims that they leave behind?
Let him finish talking.
Can I ask you a question?
No, let him finish talking, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
What about the victims that they leave behind? I hear a lot of people saying, we got to help these kids. Yes, we got to help these kids. It's a lot of people out here helping these kids. You know the guy that runs Hoop Hard, he's helping kids. The kids got to want to come to these places. A lot of these parks did what they had to do because the gangs were so bad. That's why they have to pay to come in the gym. The gang was so bad. And some of them was getting killed in these gyms back in the 80s and 90s. And so the park district said, hey, we got to do something to stop this. What did they do? Put a price tag to the gym. That still didn't really stop it. The problem is, I mean, I can't say it's the parents by themselves, because you got parents out here working their behinds off and they don't know what their kids are doing. But the problem is if we can talk spiritually about it, it's good and evil. Some of these kids got evil in them.
Let's call it what it is. Yep. Okay, go ahead. DJ, go ahead real quick. What do you want to ask him real quick? Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just want to know, are we stuck in a place that we can't go any further? Are you saying we stuck in a place that we can't go further?
No, I'm not. No, we can go further. We can't quit, but we're not going to be, I hate to say this term, let's just keep it real. We got to save the ones that want to be saved. Some of them don't want to stop what they're doing. Some of them want to do that. And so they're going to have to deal with the consequences of their mistakes. We all make mistakes, right? And we have to deal with our mistakes. And some of us make mistakes that we end up being put in prison for life. I'm not saying that it's not hope. I'm not saying that it's not any hope. We got to deal with the ones that we can reach. And everybody can't do what Rev do. Rev does it his way. You do it your way. We all do it our way. We still not going to stop a certain group from going downtown doing what they want to do. They still going to do what they do. But we can't quit. We got to keep, as they say, reach one, teach one. We got to keep doing that no matter what. It's not hopeless. It is hope. And we got to, Rev as a preacher, we got to also instill God into these kids. We got to quit letting people tell them that God is a myth. God is real. We got to bring that back to the table with them. Because a lot of these kids don't believe in no God because they done seen too many people get killed. They done seen innocent people get killed. I've had kids that talk about God.
Hold it, brother. Hold it, brother. Hold it. Don't cut him off. DJ, come on, brother. You can't do that, brother. Let Marcus talk. I'm gonna give you a chance to respond. I gotta go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
I'm gonna be done in a minute.
Go ahead.
we got to, everybody got to work together. We can't be fighting each other on here. We can disagree with each other, but everybody got to work together. These kids see this. They're not stupid. We got to work together, and we got to come to reality. We're not going to be able to save all of them. We can save the ones that want to be saved, the ones that want to hear us.
And you know what just happened? Let me throw this article in. Let me throw this article in. I read an article today, well, actually yesterday, that three teenagers wanted to kill their mother because she cut off the Wi-Fi. Now,
that's a true story.
I'm just, what I'm saying is, these are teenagers. They got a knife, and they was trying to attack their mother. They all of them.
They didn't grow up on 61st and Cottage Grove.
No,
they didn't grow up on 61st and Cottage Grove.
No. That was in a whole different state.
I know it. We know that. We know that.
Thank you.
We know that.
Yeah,
we know
that was the white kids, Mark.
But I'm just.
I know who you're talking about.
Thank you. But what
that
I'm
was
just
the white kids.
But let me just say that I don't know if they was white or not. But let me just say this.
I do. That was the white kids.
Okay.
They were white kids, man. They were white, dude.
Yeah, but that's terrible. What are their excuse? What is their excuse? You know, now I understand our young people are messed up with trauma and all that, but every young person don't suffer from the same thing. Some of these young folks that's out here come from a loving home, like Chief Keef. I knew Chief Keef's mother. He was nothing like he was singing about. Great mother, you know, good mother. But he decided to do what he wanted to do as he got older. That's on him. So my thing is too, with these young people, they have to be held accountable in some kind of way, people. They just can't, okay, you didn't kill Tony. It's okay. We're gonna break. No, you didn't kill Tony. There's got to be some type of consequences. Now, I'm not saying put you in jail for a lifetime and all that. That ain't only solution. There's got to be some other solutions outside of jail. There has to be something, maybe a mental institution, maybe a group home, or something. It's something. It has to be. You cannot, we cannot continue to get along with some of these young people, and they know better and they defy it. They know better. And I tell parents, you can't. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say that, and I totally agree with you when it comes to the accountability.
Well, both parents, not just the children, but the parents too.
The children, and not just the parents and the children, because what I see that we're dealing with, because I keep hearing you right. You know what I'm saying? There's parents who have good homes. You have a percentage of two-parent homes, smaller than the percentage of other parents, but you got some children that definitely, you know what I'm saying, decide themselves to be the sign of their parent, and allow peer pressure of outside to get them to engage, and just, you know, it just became what it is, attachment. You know, once you get there, I see another thing going on where we think, you know how you would think that something is the right thing to do, but all along it's dangerous, it's wrong. You know, it makes, and people say some of the nicest things. They say stuff that sounds good, but at the same time it's like a blow in the air. So what I'm saying is, we'll say, go to school. Tell the kids, go to school, get an education. But I know some children who don't go to the institutional in the schools outside of home, but still get an education that is home-based education. At home, my 30-year friend, he homeschools children and been doing it, and his wife's a teacher. You know what I'm saying? We all grew up together. I know children like that. We deal with a mega situation inside the schools that when your kids are not with you under your rules for so long, they are inside the schools for 6 hours, 5 days of the week. You know what I'm saying? Under the jurisdiction of a system that if you're not engaged in your child's school,
You don't know what's going on. Now, did y'all just hear the story where the 20 teachers was charged in another state for abuse of children? You know what I'm saying? They just charged all 20 of them. It's a lot of things, and I know personally because I'm in the schools. It's things, the way that they talk to your children, the way that they teach your children out of a grade, all type of things. The institutionalization that has a matter to do with it. You know, me being a child who grew up in the DCFS system, so the state and its laws and everything that plays a major role. We deal with so much evil all around us, and our children are consumed by it. You know, and I think, like Marcus say, you know, yes, prayer and us coming together for prayer, us evangelizing us to our children, us coming and fighting for things like for instance, Martin, that bad scene, that thing that I had sent you that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was on March 28th that thing was. That was the same day that they also had the rampage downtown. Now these fools that have the nerve to sit up there and get our children's attention without our approval, knowing that they're underage. How was they able to sign their own name on something? Most kids can't even sign their name on jobs. You know what I'm saying? But what it did was they went down there looking for one thing, and it turns out to be something that they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get the children just come down there talking about some jobs or whatever's a badge. It didn't turn out the way that they expected it to be, so they started their own thing, as they usually do, and start tearing up downtown. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be the ones to start like those bosses out there that trying to sit up there and put their hands on our children. So we're not fighting only against their actions and the things that they're causing in the community, but we gotta start looking at the people who's vultures out there, the spirits out there that's sitting up there and grabbing them and just open season.
Okay.
We got a lot going on.
Red, but
you know
what
I'm saying? And
do
that's why
we
I say
do?
not just
What do we do
fault,
with
not just
those
the parents'
children?
fault, but
What do we do with those children that's carjacking people and killing people and robbing people? What do we do with those though? How do we deal with
they be held
that?
accountable?
How?
You know what I wish that
How?
we had? I wish that we had our own. I wish we had our own judicial system. I wish we had truant officers again. You know what I'm saying? That's why men in the community need to come up together. We need to come together. Listen, like when them brothers came together, Fort, Hoover, all them guys, the Lane 21 Bricks, when they came together, it was based on, you know what I'm saying, building their community, and the man knew it. The man knew it. That's why they was able to disrupt them. You had them doing it with.
Look at Chicago today, though. Look at Chicago today.
But you
talk about hold on. You talk about the main 21. You talk about main 21. You talk about you brought a main 21. You brought a main 21. And look at Chicago today.
Listen,
main 21 ain't this shit for Chicago.
No social group out here. You ain't got no social group out here. Not even the Muslims, the nation themselves, is out here on these streets. I'm out here on these streets. I'm telling you, they're not out here on these streets.
Listen, little brother, we appreciate you being out here on the street. Hold on for a second, man.
Everybody in the city with the voice.
Talking loud doesn't mean you won an argument. All I'm trying to say, listen, little bro. Listen, what I'm trying to say to you, man. I'm gonna be brief. I'm gonna be real brief with you, bro.
Listen, you come from a generation that
I heard you, bro. We heard you. We hear your listen, man. We hear your sincerity. We hear your sincerity. We hear your blood. We hear your heart. We hear everything about what you're saying. But what we trying to say to you is this. You know what I'm saying? Where's the real answer at, bro? For real? What you saying is the answer? Is that the answer?
You better start getting out there and networking with your brothers and telling them, let's go, let's get it.
Man, listen, you talk about the main 21. They destroyed Chicago, bro. Are you joking?
Man, hold on, but that's not how. That's where we mess up at. So we look at those guys and say that those guys had a part to play in the ideology that guys that try to act like they was in power like them did out here on the street when they was taken away anyway. After they got taken away,
all I'm gonna say to you, look, bro. All I'm gonna say to you, look, bro. All I'm gonna say to you, look, bro. Man, listen, man. All this over talking me doesn't mean you win an argument, bro. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying, no, man, listen. You and I, you and I, very close. You wasn't all he said, hey man, listen.
Hold it, y'all. Hold it.
Hey man, listen. All I'm saying, hey Mark.
No, let's hold it. Hold it, bro. Let's hold it.
You've been finished when you open up your mouth.
Hold it.
That's right there.
Now we're getting into emotions. Now we're getting into feelings.
He's totally emotional, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't saying nothing about you.
You got to control.
I'm making my point. Just like you make your point.
Okay, listen. This is how we're gonna do this, brother. Let's try not to overtalk. I'll let y'all go, but it's too much confusion. People, it's gonna run the people off. The people don't, y'all gonna scare the people. Somebody might want to call.
He ain't even let me finish, Martin.
Right. Ain't nobody scaring nobody.
Right. No, I'm just saying what.
Can I finish my point? What I'm saying? Cause I said all. I'm saying what I said.
Will y'all let Martin trying to restore order here? Could you please let him restore order?
Okay.
I'm talking to Martin.
Okay. Now
I'm talking to the moderator, bro.
Okay. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you the time to finish, Red Bar. When you done, say I'm done. Or if I stop you, I'll stop it. Then I'm gonna let the other brother go. All right. And y'all gotta promise me we ain't gonna overtalk one another. Please don't do that because the emotions get to flying. But okay, go ahead, finish your point, Red. What was you saying?
My point in saying what I was saying when I spoke of that pyramid, no matter how it ended up coming out to be, in the beginning, when God put in the minds of these, when they was young men, to stand up for their communities, to protect their people, they came together with these organizations, and it was about organizing. That's the difference between then and now. I mean, listen, when it's all over with, they organized and they came together. And the fear of the Lord was upon the city of Chicago and all the government. So at the same time, they decided to do what they do. And there go the drugs. Before them drugs came in, it was really organization. So a lot of things, drugs, man, take you a long way. Have you doing a lot of weird stuff, and they got involved in it. Yes, but at the same time, we don't organize. Ain't nobody organizing. We talking. Everybody just talk. You know, organize. Everybody in their own lane. Them brothers organized back in the day. I'm asking us to let's organize. That's what I'm asking. Let's come to tonight. I'm tired of getting on Martin's platform and asking to do it. I'm asking you to come out your own lane, come out your own organization, come out your own house. Meet me in my office. You can meet me face to face and really get what I'm trying to say. I come to you to give you what I'm trying to say. We all come in this one room and we bring our power, our ideas, our identity, our love, our heart right there. And I'm done.
Okay, go ahead, brother DJ. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give him all that, everything he want in racing, everything he want. I'm gonna give him all that.
Brother, don't make it personal. Hold on, let me just say this. Don't make it personal, brother. Just speak to the young brother.
It's not, Martin. Okay. It's not about personal. I mean, you should have been knowing me. You've been knowing me for years. It's not personal.
He don't know you.
All I'm saying is this, though, bro. All I'm saying is this, though, bro. You've been knowing me since whatever. Martin, you were everything that you said.
Right.
All the stuff you said you did back in the day, you did all that. And you got away with it. But I appreciate who you are today because you changed your life. Now, I'm going to say that to say this here. any organized organization going on back in the day when we were growing up did not help us. It hurt us. I can see any of them organizations how they helped me get me where I'm at today. I can say this. It taught me when to get up and when to have my butt in the house, when to lead the community and when to come back home. I say that much, but I'll say this much to say, in closing, I'll give you everything you ask for, bro. If you want me to meet with you in person, no problem. You let me know when you want me to meet you, and I'll meet you there. We'll have cameras on you.
Okay, let me just say this, brother. Let me speak to this. I want to say this too. Those of us that was affiliated back in the day, whatever street tribe that you belong to, and most of the guys that I talked to that's still living, got their mind, and we all come to the same conclusion: was it really worth it? And most of us say no, it wasn't worth it. Shooting, killing, selling drugs. Now, we had good intent, make the shortest go to school, we whoop them or whatever, you get whooped or go. Listen, brother, just think about it. If all the street organizations would have got behind the Black Panthers, that's the only organization that I'm going to really give real credit to. That was a real organization, real. Stay true to their mission.
Amen.
That's the only
They
organization.
made sure they made sure they made Martin.
Now, let me talk, brother. Hold it, brother. Let me talk now.
My goodness.
You can't break me up now. I gave you 10. Let me talk. Now, listen. Let the fire talk. Let the fire still burning. Let me get it out. Then I'll let you come back behind me. Listen. Just imagine if all the gangs, street tribes, or organizations, whatever you want to call them, no disrespect to none of them out there, would have got behind the Black Panthers and took on what they was doing. Where would we be right now here in America? Right now, where would we be? The Black Panthers was not out there killing each other. They was not out there selling drugs to the community and all. They wasn't about that. That was not their mission. Now, some of these organizations, they got formed to protect their block, and I understand that. But the brother is right. Them organizations was no good for the community, brother. Look at the effects of today.
All day.
And I was part of one.
All day.
I was part of one. Trust me. And I'm not, don't worry about it. It was way back then, you know what I'm saying? But let me say that. And I still know some of the guys, and I talk to some of the guys, and they'll tell you it wasn't worth it. Trust me, man. It was so much blood shed, brother. So much blood shed. Listen, it was so much hurt and pain, brother, that a lot of young brothers grew up together. They played video games together. They played football together. Guess what? They wind up killing each other, people. It wasn't worth it. There wasn't no winners. Look at our communities now. Look at us. We devastating. It's devastating. You got grown men that ain't gonna never come home. They went out and did a drive-by for the organization. And nobody came to visit them. Nobody put nothing on their books. I'm telling you, people, if you ever been locked up, they said that the old folks say, get sick, and you'll find out who your friends really are. I'm telling you. So no disrespect to no organization out there. But I guarantee you, if we all would have got with the Black Panthers, and we would have been a better off for our community that we live in. Right now, we can't stand each other. We was killing each other because somebody had red on. What sense does that make? Somebody got blue on, or you got your earring this way. What sense does that make, shooting and killing a man because he looked different or he wearing something? Come on, that's foolishness. I just be real. I killed that brother because he came in my hood. He had his hat banging to the right. You killed the man. You took a man's life because he had his hat in the opposite direction that you wear yours. Ain't that silliness, people? Trust me. Some of us need to.
Martin,
Hold on.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. I just say I want to add something to what you said.
Listen.
Let me know when.
Okay, I did have another call. They hung up. But listen, the old timers, and if they honest with you, they might not come on public and pull you to the side, and they'll tell you, man, it really wasn't worth it, man. Look at me that sold drugs for 5 years of my life, poisoned the community. Man, it hurts me to even think about I did that, bro. Was the money good? Yeah, the money was good. Was it all the lamb life and all that? Yeah, I thought it was good. But at the end of the day, when I stopped doing it, I ain't had nobody but myself. I ain't had nothing. It wasn't even worth it. I could have got a job, and I did have a job, some cases, and did the same thing. Poison the community. That's what I did. And I hate that I ever done that. And those things, I ask God to forgive me, but I can't take them back. Can't take them back. You got brothers that feel the same way. Man, I hate I shot and killed 2 people. They'll tell you that. They won't tell you personally. Listen, there's a lot of people out here that got bodies, man. Killed people, man, on the stick up. They was going in there just to get some money because they was hung doing it, but they wind up killing somebody. Never went to jail. Nobody never know. They got away, man. And DJ, you can remember back in 91, I don't know if you were still here at that time, 91 too, we had a deadly war in the projects. The BDs and the GD war. That was a bloody war, people. Bloody war.
I was in Europe. I was in Europe.
Yeah,
my mom told me everything that was going on.
A lot of young brothers, including some of my buddies, lost their lives, man. I'm telling you, it was a sad,
terrible, man.
Sad.
I heard about it.
I remember one time, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna leave it alone, let y'all talk. We was in a circle. We was in a 360. And we all asked each other, we said, well, do y'all know what the war is? Nobody knew in that circle.
Martin, you gotta stop. You gotta back up. You gotta tell everybody what that circle is.
No.
Tell everybody what that circle is.
I don't have to tell them. Let me talk.
Why not? Why don't you bring it up and not tell them?
Brother, let me run this show, brother. I've been doing this for a long time, brother. And the outbursts and disruptions, it's not going to be tolerated, brother. I'm saying something that's going to help somebody, brother. If anybody know about some of 360, they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go.
Thank you.
That's what I said, a 360 circle. So what I'm saying is we ask each other, why are we in war? Nobody could answer the question. We didn't know. But we knew we was in war. We asked, what are we warring for? We just didn't know, people. And that kind of bothered me. I said, we out here trying to get bloodshed, and we don't even know what we're in war for. I've seen it, brother. So, brother, listen, the Chicago street organization wasn't no good for the communities, period. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I'm agreeing with that, brother. It wasn't no good. We didn't have the right. It probably started off good, but it went sour. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm talking about how it started off.
I know. Yeah,
but you know what, Martin? Yeah, you know what, Martin? Oh, Martin, you got a great show. You got a great show, bro.
But I don't have a great. You keep interrupting, brother. You keep.
Yeah, because you leaving out, Martin. You leaving out so much stuff.
Hold on, brother.
You leaving out so much stuff, though, Martin.
I'm telling my testimony. Hold on, brother. I'm telling my testimony. Look, I'm telling the best way I know how, without trying to glorify something.
Right.
See, some people get the wrong message. You know, see, these young folks say, well, Martin, you was this, so why you complaining why I'm doing this now?
Exactly.
So, but
that's the point I'm trying to make.
No,
you leaving out a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm not leaving.
You keep interrupting.
Brother.
Of course I am. Because Martin is leaving out a lot from the show. He's leaving out a lot of keynote stuff that people need to know. If you want anybody to really know, don't worry about it. You should tell it.
Why don't you wait until Martin's done and then get your turn?
But you're not even respecting me, man. That's the host, man. You're not respecting me, bro. I'm telling you, you're out of order, brother. You're out of order. I'm just telling you that, brother.
Totally out of order, man.
You're out of order, brother. This is the Martin Johnson live, uncut, unedited show, brother. You out of order, brother. We try to do things decent order.
You know, this must be his first time.
Right.
Martin.
You know what I'm saying?
This is his first time.
So we try to respect the whole.
Pull up another caller, Martin.
Yeah, I am. Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, pull up some fresh blood.
Yeah,
pull up some fresh
you
blood.
need some fresh blood. Yeah.
It must be his first time.
Yeah. But Sarge, did you want to say something real quick? Go ahead, Sarge.
Real quick. You know, look, 1974, you had 970 murders in Chicago. Who got locked up in 1974?
Disciples.
Thank you. So, bottom line, neither one of them organizations did any good for the community at all.
That's the whole point I was saying.
Can I finish?
Damn. Well, I can't say that, and I'm not gonna get into it. I can't say that coming from my.
Okay, can I finish? Can I finish my point, please?
Just telling you, I mean, I can't say that.
You ain't got to tell me nothing, brother. Can I finish my point?
I know the history from my end, so I mean, y'all.
You know what? You're rude. You are rude.
I mean, I don't agree.
That's all. You're rude.
You don't act like a preacher.
You're rude.
How preachers act? Y'all always trying to say that.
All I said was, can I finish and make my little point?
Go ahead.
Then Martin says, Sarge, you're going too long-winded. And now he's got a complete audio description of why I go long. Because I don't get 6 words out of my mouth before, well, see, no. Now, you know what? I expect to be respected like y'all respect them white folk when you're working for them.
I don't work for nobody, so you talk.
Did I ask you?
You made that comment.
No, I did not.
Preacher.
Now, Martin said something very plain and clear. There's 2 things you can't have in this world: age and wisdom. Right? Well, youth and wisdom, that is. Martin stressed that. Youth and wisdom. So it will behoove people that are younger than other people to listen to the older people and take what they can extract that can help and let the rest of it go to the wayside. But how can you do that? Because you can't talk and listen at the same time. It doesn't work.
Who's that preacher? That's for me.
Now, 1974, 970 murders.
That's for me.
Man, that ain't even about that. Let the man preach, man. Let him preach, man.
On the line.
He's preaching, though, bro. If you listen, you may learn something.
Anyway, who is that? I mean, why y'all always talking to somebody younger than y'all like they don't know nothing?
It's not about that, bro. It's not about that, bro. I think you take it the wrong way.
Nobody said that. See, that's the thing. You know what?
Made a comment.
There you go.
No. You can't talk and listen at the same time.
Listen to me. How was I supposed to take how you just came at me with talking about your age over my age?
Bro, I don't care.
I'm a grown man no matter what.
I'm an old man. Okay, I don't care.
Bro, but I gotta talk to you like this.
I don't care about your feelings. I care about facts.
You see how you talking to me, bro?
Yes, I see how I'm feeling.
Preachers don't use the term, bro.
I talk to you like I talk to anyone else.
Feelings. It's a principle. It's a
principle.
There is no principle.
Man, it's a principle.
Yeah, because he'll be till the next show.
It's not gonna get across to me because anybody will get offended if they feel disrespected.
Okay.
All right then.
Let him get it. SARS. Let him get it out. Let him get it out.
You don't need a testimony. We need solutions.
Exactly, Nathan. But let him get it out, though. Let him get it out. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I get a witness?
Look. Okay.
I'm waiting on him to get it all out.
Go ahead, little brother. You was talking. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
I just said what I got to say. The way that, you know what I'm saying, y'all as older people, you know what I'm saying, come at somebody younger than y'all definitely ain't gonna know
ain't gonna bridge no gap between the youth and the elders because the way that y'all approach, like they don't know nothing. They going through the most hellified stuff in life compared to what you guys who have lived through some things have to. Y'all, it's some stuff that these youth go through out here today that y'all ain't never been through. Just like my father told me that you know what I'm saying, he done forgot more than I had ever learned. So I understand that there's a gap and there's so much inside the depths of that gap that can sit up there and make us strong if we can come together. But the way that you talk to me with that extra thing on how you came off, I was ready to listen to your point.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name, brother? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
My name's Dionel.
Oh, okay, listen, people. Let me.
Hold on. What's his name again? What's his name? What's his name?
No, hold it. I didn't hear enough, people. I didn't hear enough. I'm going to close this thing out. Listen, the scripture says he called the young because they're strong, and he called an old man for counsel. Counsel, okay? That's how it goes. That's the scripture. That's how things go. No, he called the young for war and old man for counsel. That's how it goes. That's scripture. That's how it goes. Sarge, finish your point, and we're going to close out. You're going to be the last person. Finish up, and I'm shutting it down. Go ahead, Sarge.
Okay. Thank you, Martin. Now, the deal is this. Something in reference to who went through what, the blah, 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 blah. Okay, look, my entire childhood was ruined.
Sarge, give us give us some numbers you said back in 1974.
I'm giving you the short version.
Come on.
I'm giving you the short, 1974. July 4th, 1966. I'm 3 years old. If you look at the documentary, Stone to the Bone, the first person you see on there talking, Satan, all this stuff, him, yeah, he shot my brother and a bunch of other people on the next block, okay? I'm looking at this, I'm 3 years old. I don't know the severity of it, but I know it ain't right. They ain't supposed to be bleeding all over my mama's kitchen floor. My brother, this girl, and his homie, Wolf. Now, this is 3 years old. This is my first memory. So when people say, you know, the youth are going through this, going through that, I'm like, I done been through hell and back someplace called Iraq. Okay? So that's it. Now you got these organizations they had, as they call them, one bang they had to the right, one bang they had to the left. Neither one of them did anything good for the hood. And it's all prevalent today. And one in particular, they ain't even together no more. I'm like, since when the BDs and the GDs, y'all enemies? How that happen? I don't even know, because I was never into that life. But I'm just saying, that did no good for the community.
They became enemies more than 30 years ago.
Well, bruh, I don't, like I said, I don't know. I left Chicago in 1986. I couldn't wait for an opportunity when I became an adult to leave. You see what I'm saying? And when I became 22 years old, opportunity presented itself, I took it and I left.
Sarge, all due respect, I don't disagree with nothing that you're saying. And this show should be all about solutions. The young man that was on the show, he had some great ideas. And I felt his passion. I felt his heart. It's one thing when you listen to somebody, you hear their heart and then you hear their damn soul. I heard that man's soul. I hear your soul. I hear Martin's soul. I hear B. Red's soul. I hear everybody's soul on this show. But the bottom line is that we can't continue to argue and fight with each other. We all are working professionals. I don't know about you, but we are working professionals. We all can help each other out and do things for the greater good. If we can all learn to work together.
Brother.
That young man. Hold on, sorry. I'm shut. I swear I'm shut up.
No. Let me just say this, brother. For you to make that great speech, brother, you gotta honor what you say out of your mouth. See, people hear you talk, but they seeing how you interrupted you are, brother. You my brother. And you can't do that on here. People listen. People listen. Only thing people got to judge you on is what you say and how you act. That's what they're going to judge you on. We have to be respectful for one another. We have to respect one another's opinion, whether we view it as not being good or whatever is terrible, crazy. We have to do that. Listen, that's why we have so many people that's on YouTube listen, because they want to hear. They're interested in what we got to say, people. But if we get to screaming and interrupting each other, then get in our emotions, brother, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We've turned out some people tonight. Some people, because they couldn't listen to us talking over and over. You know what? I'm going to bed. I got to get to work anymore. We got to consider other people that's listening, that we can't see. We got people listening. Now I got a call on here now that I didn't know I had on here. A 917 on here. I didn't even know I had this call on here. 917, go ahead and say something. I'm sorry. I didn't even see you. 917. 917. I hear a lot of static. Area code 917. You might have to hang up and call.
Hey, Martin, does that static only happen when you talk?
Oh, that's with him, I guess. They probably saying something. They had to call back. They're going to have to call back.
Okay. Do you hear the static when I'm talking?
A little bit. Say something.
Okay, because I hear it when you're talking, Martin.
There's a lot of static going on. But, Martin, normally when you ask somebody 917, whatever area code they are, if they don't respond, they mean that they're not trying to.
Of course, I know that.
They were about to start talking.
We got static, man. The line, that's our cue to get off this line. I'm sorry. But listen, people, that's our cue. All right, people, I enjoyed the live today. We was on here 2.5 hours. It's staticky. So that's our cue. I want to say thank you guys for coming on. And we're going to have more panels like that, man, but we got to learn how to respect each other. Oh, Tiffany said that was her. Okay, I couldn't hear you. Thank you, Tiffany, for calling in. Yeah, it's static. It's a lot of static. Yeah. But we done. We done for the night. Peace out, people. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. What is live, uncut, and what? Unedited. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. I love being black. It's